Yo, what is up, chat? What's happening, everybody? There's catching L's like a freaking fly trap. Hell yes. I got some interesting stuff here to share today. So let me tweet this out that we are streaming. And then I will fill you in. There was a video I was featured in as we're getting started here today. A video about Illuminati. I was used as a source, which is really funny, in my personal opinion. Not that I think I did a bad job, mind you. I just think it was interesting because it goes to show you that a lot of the stuff that I covered in my video didn't get covered until I talked about it, right? Not to toot my own horn or anything, am I right? All right, let me tweet this out. There we go. All right, there we go. Tweeted that out. So, now to get back to the chat as I was distracted. Maniacal Triangle continues her downfall. Eve, you have no idea. Oh, you have no idea. Lawsuits in my kitchen and at this time of the year, localized entirely within my oven or whatever the fuck. I forget how it goes. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Boy, do we have something to share today. So there's a couple of things. And yes, we'll go over Swoop's thing in a little bit because I just spoke to some commentary people and we will be talking about the ex-boyfriend later. So stick around for that if you can. If not, this VOD will be out right after, right? And you can listen to that, right? Why not keep YouTube your streaming platform with this Twitch greed going on? Yeah, so I do want to talk about that, right? So I've been streaming on YouTube and Twitch, and we've been doing a lot of YouTube streams because, I mean, okay, one, on here, I need to be really particular about what I cover, right? So it's like all drama streams here. I don't mind. Sometimes I do gaming stuff, right? But that's what I've been saving Twitch for is like different types of streams that are not necessarily, you know, representative of this. But, you know, with the Twitch's like weird policies and stuff, it's just, it's very hard for someone like me to grow on the platform or anything like that. But like here, you know, random people might see the video and come on through and like hang out with us. So there's that. And it's very hard for me to make that decision because I don't want to put all my eggs in one platform basket. You know what I mean? Do you use the same overlays here and Twitch? Yeah, I do. So, you know, it's kind of hard. And then also, not to be like that guy, but yeah, like everybody's just way more generous here. I don't know why people are more willing to donate here. But it really does help, especially because I just haven't really been making that much from YouTube. But yeah. So we will get to the Swoop video, but for the people who haven't been keeping up with the situation, let's do what's happening. No political content at all is wild. Yeah, that's ridiculous. And I've done political streams, right? So that's like super cringe. And it's not like the politics I cover on Twitch are like reasonable, right? Like we're making fun of people that think the world is flat and that Jews control the weather. So like, hello. God forbid. God forbid FPS Diesel says that they actually don't. Be sure to like the stream. Thank you, Rennie. That's right, guys. Like the stream. All right. Guess some players gonna have to go back to turning tricks and dancing on that pole. Well, we got a lot of the regulars from Twitch over here, Kat, right? But yeah, we'll see where it goes. I'm gonna continue doing YouTube streams. We'll probably try out some other stuff that I would say for Twitch here on YouTube, but we'll see where it goes. Right? So what happened last time on the Illuminati A-logging campaign, right? Basically, Wonderstruck received a cease and desist from Blair. I cannot discuss the details of what was in that cease and desist, but I can tell you I have seen the cease and desist. It is real, and I was able to third-party verify the cease and desist outside of what Wonder showed me. Okay? So it is real. It is from a law firm. It's real. Right? When he got that cease and desist, the contents of it tell me that she is not confident that she would win a lawsuit. Right? Based off of what I saw, it was too vague and encompassed too much and would only be reasonable under the perception that what Wonder is doing, he is doing maliciously and deliberately, of which, to the best of my knowledge, in my opinion, is not the case. Okay? So I am assuming that Oz got the same one too, right? And yeah, so that's the update. Wonder received the cease and desist, and as of today, Oz Media has also received a cease and desist. If you are unfamiliar, Oz said that they were going to be making a video on Illuminati, right, in Tipster's chat. Tipster is a YouTube streamer, but, right, Oz changed their mind and said they would be making a video. Right? Now, Illuminati has gotten out ahead of it and tried to shut him down. Oh, Xylee in the chat. Let's go, bro. But yes. So the cease and desist is real, encompasses, in my opinion, a lot. And I do not believe that Blair would win if she were to decide to go and sue these individuals, of which she would need to sue them all separately. Are we sure it's a real law firm and not the law firm of ChatGPT? Yes, it is a real law firm. But that thing that she posted was not handled by Crisis Management PR. It was handled by ChatGPT, probably, in my opinion, right? I'm being Mr. Treads carefully here, right? Because I don't want to I don't want to say something that hasn't been revealed or anything like that, right? So, with that said, that is the update from Oz. I do not know whether or not Oz will be making the video still. I have not reached out to Oz. I received the tweet like literally 2 hours ago when I was out. So I haven't messaged Oz. I will be in contact with Oz. They followed me back. I will message them. I will ask for information, right? But I will make sure to keep everyone posted. So that way when I do the video, it'll be updated appropriately and all of that.
Diesel's being humble. Buy his coffee with code D10.
All right. Anyway, obligatory. Hey, guess what, guys? You wouldn't be able to do this on Twitch now, right? But I run a coffee company. Everything's fair trade, biodegradable, USDA organic coffee. Maniposha Coffee. Use code D10 at checkout for 10% off your order. Gotta break out the fresh pack of allegedlys for this one. Yes. Yes, Eve. Yes, I do. All right. So I am going to add to Swoop's video as we watch it in a little bit. But we got to go through everything else, right? Before I get to it. Because I know people want me to react to it. But first, let's talk about One Topic's video, right? Using a C&D is one thing. C&Ding the sad milkmen will be costly on the triangle lady's part. It feels like punching air. Right? So, One Topic at a Time did a video on Illuminati, and frankly, I don't think we need to go through the whole thing. There is not much that One Topic reveals in this video that many of you aren't familiar with. I have watched it. We will watch a little bit of it in a couple seconds, but I will say that there is not much to take away from this. One Topic is not really concerned with the drama cycle and yada, yada, yada and all that, and that is completely reasonable and fine. But it goes without saying that there's not much added here, rather than One Topic separating himself further from Illuminati, right? And I just want to say, right, that it's very interesting that Oz receives a C and D, and Wonder receives a C and D, but not the two larger of the milkmen who have spoken up about this, right? Oz has 500,000 subscribers, right? That's a very respectable amount, making a living doing this. Wonder is not in that position, but One Topic hasn't gotten anything, and The Click hasn't gotten anything, despite both of them also speaking about this. And I find that very telling to this strategy that Blair is running here, where you target the people, and this is just me inferring, so this is just my opinion, right? But you target the people who don't have the money to fight back, right? Or who might be in a position where they're not as advantageous to fight against you. They can't get a massive fuck-off firm to defend them, right? And you go after them because it's easier, right? And you want to stop it where you can. Right? So there's that. Anyway, let me play a little bit of One Topic's video. Again, I might stop this beforehand, so if you wanted to see me react to the whole thing, I apologize for not providing all of that, right? But yeah, that's the gist of it, right? In other news, before I get going, if you haven't joined the Discord server, people have been nice enough to send me drama into drama chat. So if you're a regular and you come around, please come into the Discord and join the community.
Oz didn't even make a video yet, and got a C and D. Why?
So I think the reason that Oz got a C and D in advance before Oz made the video is so that way Blair could get out ahead of the video and shut that down from happening, right? Because now Oz can't make the video. Oz has to worry about getting legal representation and all of that, right? Because you look at a C and D, and a C and D is like, listen, you have 7 days to stop talking about me or I'm going to pursue legal action, right? So that's what's going on with that, right? So that's why you would tag Oz now so you can stop a video from coming out. One Topic never said he was doing a video, right? Video comes out, right? Oz, it's tracked, and Blair is watching these things. Blair has been watching all of these things. I know that for 100%, right? One Topic never said he was going to do a video. He just made his Twitter thread and moved on, right? He didn't announce that a video would be coming. Oz did, so that allowed Illuminati to come and try and cut this off, right? So there's that. With that, I am going to play this now. So let's get into it.
Apparently, this is a googly eyes on the mic kind of moment. Would a microphone have its eyes on like this?
Okay. Listen, I'm an edgy bastard, guys. Right? We gotta realize that. And One Topic is not my kind of personality, and I am not gonna be mean and not roast them. But it's really hard not to. But I get it. You know, shit's difficult. You need to fucking liven it up somehow, right? She targeted the small ones and the ones in the U.S. Yep.
Or like this. Yeah, okay. There we go.
Okay,
I'm just going to be riffing off my mouth. By the way, if you're here only looking for drama, get out of here. This isn't for you. I really just want to address my community and by extension...
Oh, I'm sorry, One Topic. I love drama, and I will say that this is for me.
Those who are there for this or have seen the fallout since. If you're new here, hi, I'm One Topic. I'm going to be breaking this up into a few sections. Here are the highlights.
All right. Brief personal message, sad milk, the three-way call, right? So a couple of things that we don't really need to know his personal message, right? One Topic is I have not heard a single thing bad about him in all of the people I have talked to, in all of my investigation bullshit or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I've never heard anything bad about him, right? One Topic is trying to raise money for the Trevor Project, so if that's something that you're like about, then sure. The phone call with their ex. No, we will get to the phone call with their ex. I have things to say about the ex later, but you know what? I gotta get that watch time up. You know, I need to get you people listening to what I'm saying.
I've largely not wanted to talk about things the last few years because I've been ready to move on, and I was, frankly, just tired of being bullied. A lot of you know that I pretty openly wear my heart on my sleeve. I mean, I sobbed kind of openly when we were playing The Last of Us. What? A bunny. Hey, little guy. He's really cool. I cared deeply for my friends and the community, and showing them
beautiful
initially, but the value of those aspects ended up watered down over time, and my friends and I left the project when the good no longer outweighed the bad. Anyways, Illuminati has dropped a video about it, one that at the time of recording this is still up, and it should be taken down. Take it for what you will, but a lot was framed incorrectly or was outright false. It did not properly outline what the members of the group accomplished in terms of work, and the vague accusations that payments weren't made and were still an issue right to the end of the project is also just odd. A lot has been said about it.
So he just comes out and says it. Like, a lot of the representation is incorrect or not really phrased appropriately. So this is just another member on top of everything else saying such. Hello to K-Huck and Natty the Panda and other chat regulars and all that shit. Thank you all for stopping by. But, you know, he's coming out and saying it just straight up, being real upfront about it.
Already in Clicks and Wonders videos. I agree with their recounting, as I remember it the same way. From my recollection, after things started to get more serious...
And then he backs up the representation of the stories being told from Wonder and Click's perspective, right? So really, at the end of the day, I don't think there's that much in this video, aside from the fact that One Topic is willing to risk his professional status as a YouTuber by making a video and saying something against Illuminati. That alone is already positioning this in a very good way. Really, nothing else needs to be said. But again, One Topic also made the tweets earlier in this drama that you might all recall from last month.
And we had a few recordings. It became pretty clear early on that a couple members couldn't really afford the cost of a fun side project, and we had conversations as a group about how to solve for that because we didn't want to exclude our friends. One solution discussed, for example, was the rest of the group taking on those costs. For example, when we found out that one of the group members couldn't get the 100K plaque because they couldn't afford the cost of it, we discussed pitching in together with our earnings to get it for them. It wasn't some debt that they'd owe, but just something that we could do for them so that we could all celebrate together. I mentioned this just to demonstrate that when issues arose, we talked them out as a group to find a solution and then solved for it. So I'm unsure what the larger conversation around payments or payment issues is, as I'm unaware of it. And it wasn't a central theme to why things broke down. Honestly, seeing things unfold this way has been pretty tough. I've taken a break for a hot minute.
All right, I'm gonna be Twitch streamer skipper Andy here. I know I'm on YouTube, but you know, Andy. I'm being an Andy. I'm skipping ahead. All right. So if you recall, this has to do with like the Click and his server having a nonce in it, having a sex pest and all that, right? So that's them talking about it, yada yada. You remember that from the video if you watched it. If not, I'll have it linked below once this VOD is up.
Was going on. The one-on-one call was more to check in on, do you think he would support this person's behavior? And I said no, but that we should really be talking to him directly about this. Illuminati sounded pretty upset during our one-on-one call, and I wanted to be there for my friend. But I know without a doubt that Click would not support that person's behavior. Click, who is someone I spend an inordinate amount of time with. And I thought the best way to clear this up would be to just talk to him. It felt weird that we hadn't yet. We all got into a group call and confirmed everything had been taken care of prior to the call. The person had been banned, and no, of course, he doesn't condone their behavior, and if he had been awake for it, he would have jumped on it immediately, and that he'll talk to his mods about it directly, and so on and so forth. I felt like I was more emotional support rather than mediating the chat, so I didn't have that much involvement in the conversation. I actually just sat...
So Illuminati, according to this, would have already known in the call, that three-way call that they had, right, where Click is confronted about the fucking nonce in his server, right? So she would have been told that time then in the call that Click was fucking awake for it, or not awake for it, right? Based off of what One Topic is saying. So the fact that she just went in a video and said he was awake for it the whole fucking time is just another addition of, it's an additional piece of information that shows that Illuminati, in my opinion, was deliberately and maliciously lying about the click in order to represent him poorly in the story, right? So there's that.
There and listened for most of it. The call ended up going on for so long that I was really late for my scheduled stream and my mods were waiting on me, which I'd mentioned. At that point, I'd already opened up Microsoft Flight Simulator so I could get it ready for stream, which was noticed during the call and mentioned because Discord has zero chill. And every time you open up a game, it'll change your status to whatever the game is that you have open. So that was seen. Near the end of the call, Illuminati stated that she wanted me to see the screenshots to fully understand the gravity of the situation, and I conveyed that since it was already shared between the two of them during the call, and the person was banned, and how Click was going to talk to his mods after this conversation, and with how everything was already discussed and solved, that I didn't need to see them, and I had no interest in them. I really didn't want to see the messages of a banned Discord person. A folder of them was
here's the thing. This entire fucking thing is just re-corroborating Click's report from another party, right? I don't think that there is much in this video that is worth mentioning, right? And yes, I do know about Swoop's video. We're about to get to it, right? If anybody has seen this video and is like, I want you to fucking watch it right now for this specific thing, say it now or forever hold your peace, right? I think it is very appropriate and good that One Topic did this. I think it's very important in this situation where there is the threat of legal action that these YouTubers, you know, try to fucking, you know, defend a little bit, right? To put themselves out there. And thank you for coming a member, Grizzly Bear. I appreciate it. Thank you. But, you know, you want this pressure put on, right? Because what we don't want to see is Wonder or Oz or anybody who really doesn't have the money to be taking a fucking lawsuit right now, having to do that. And videos like this, even though One Topic doesn't offer much, it adds to the pressure that is mounting on Blair. These drama videos are mounting on Blair and representing a shift in what's happening in the content, right? I mean, we can see it. People are mass unsubscribing from Blair. She's not generating the views, the sponsors, the anything, any of that, right? It's not happening. So it's important for videos like this to exist, even if they don't offer much to the discussion. Plus, I have a feeling that One Topic felt he needed to say something personally for himself to feel confident or feel good about this, to feel like he was doing something, right? Sometimes you feel like emotionally compelled to make a video, and that's that, right? So there's that. There is a Jesus, this video is so fucking long. So I know the important bit for Swoop, right, is the ex-boyfriend, right? And I had just had a discussion with some people about the ex-boyfriend off stream to corroborate some shit. So with that, we're gonna get into this video in like 10 seconds. Here we go.
When something as horrible as this happens, people always come out and admit fault and tell the horrifying truth of their continued negligence and malpractice, right? Yeah, you're right, that never happens. What am I thinking?
There's not really a nice way that I can actually say this.
What you did was unacceptable.
I'm going to show you every receipt I have that not only combats, disproves, or proves my claim.
You're supposed to help people. You lied. An alt account called Duty Schmertz. So
it's so weird seeing Tommy in this, man. I'm a long-term like commentary person, right? I've been in this game a while, and Tommy's always been a staple of it. To see him in this video is fucking wild, bro.
Actually, Blair, here is the same account, Duty Schmertz, that was relentlessly harassing myself, my friends, my colleagues, my streaming colleagues, past colleagues, you name it. You name it.
The only kind of person who could slander their friends like this is someone who is darkly unremarkable.
Good luck, Blair. Good luck to you. Don't call me.
We watching the whole video?
I'm sure you all know.
I don't know.
We're here. We are gathered.
I just came from watching Swoop's video, and why didn't anyone bring up Illuminati's ex-boyfriend? Can somebody get me a timestamp of where that part is? I'd hate to be that guy, but I'm going to go over that right now. Let's just get to that, right? I think that's the most important part. If somebody could grab that, that would be great. If not, oh well. But hold on. I've just opened up my drama chat in the Discord. Shout out to chat member and community member Nani for just covering all this, but Nani was nice enough to give a TLDR. Let's see. She interviewed her ex-boyfriend, Azostan. I'm probably butchering his name. Okay, so Izostan, right? Ex-boyfriend. I don't know how his name is necessarily pronounced, and again, when I have the timestamp, I will go there. Let's talk about the ex-boyfriend for a second, right? So this ex-boyfriend, according to my insiders, is a little odd, a little sussy, right? And maybe we'll see that when we watch the clip, right? It's like 110. Thank you, Kat. I appreciate it very much. We'll go like an hour in. Right? So it's this individual, this ex-boyfriend was a little sussy. And the reasoning for that people told me is that he was a little bit of a clout fiend, allegedly, right? And these are just content of character things. The personal relationship of Blair for me, right? r/devil's advocate. Okay. So the thing for me, right, is that people's personal relationships don't become drama unless there is a drama component. So I've done videos on Social Repose. I didn't cover him because he's like a little fucking annoying guy who gets in relationships and leads women on, right? The reason is because of how that impacts and interacts with the public-facing aspect that is Social Repose. Is he a confirmed ex? So I can tell you right now that I got people to confirm he is an ex, right? Imagine waking up next to Blair and still having a will to live is commendable. Right? So I heard not great things about his content of character from people, right? So there's that. So a concept I want to talk about here before we watch this portion of the video that's about him is a concept known as gilding the lily, right? So in journalism, what this means is like, what if the person you're talking to, what if the source is a little more, is being a little bit more about, they're making the story more than what it is, right? Let's say you're at a car accident, right? And you talk to somebody at the car accident and you're interviewing them. You're writing notes in your notebook and they say, oh, and then this third car showed up and started shooting at the cars, right? So now all of a sudden you're like, this story's a lot better. Oh, this is a lot more interesting, right? So that's the concept of gilding the lily, right? The source isn't necessarily being, maybe they're not even being dishonest, right? But they're making the story more salacious than it is for some other person, right? Yes, Kayak, they're embellishing. They're embellishing. So there's that. So one thing I have to remember as I go through all of this, and this is something I've been questioning when I talk to everybody, when I talk to Wonder, when I talk to Damian Lee, when I talk to any of the mods that used to work with Blair, when I talk to different YouTubers, I need to ask myself a question. And that question I'm asking is, are they gilding the lily? Do they have a reason to be doing something different or wrong, right? What is their reason for doing that? Could it be that they're in an advantageous position if they tell me something negative about this person? Well, then if that's the case, are they that trustworthy as a source? These are things you got to think about because there are people who abuse that privilege, right? They're like, oh, I'm talking to this person who's going to cover news, so I can just, be facetious a little bit and I get a win, right? Or I share deliberately negative information that might not have anything to do with anything, and then I get an extra win, right? So it's stuff like that. So about an hour in, right, we're here, and we're going to react to this part of Swoop's video, which, again, I haven't watched it all because it's fucking 2 hours and 23 minutes, but I've heard it was very good, and I also heard I was referenced as a source, which thank you for that, Swoop. I greatly appreciate that. That is very sick and cool, and it's important to do the work, and it's good that you've done it, and I think that is very good. Anyway, with that, let's watch.
Same posts. Here, arguing with a bunch of fans. Here's one topic with his wholesome Halloween special. Oh, doobie schmerts. Illuminati's right there, with it all to count. This isn't some small YouTuber beef.
And the screenshot click shares at the end of Oz Media telling Blair to stop effing around, as doobie schmerts. I'm not gonna directly come out and say anything about this. No. I'm not gonna say the words Illuminati made an alt account to harass a creator because of some vague grudge that she disguises as social justice, but in all actuality might be based in some kind of weird inter-creator jealousy. Nope, I'm not gonna say that at all. But you know, should you decide to clip those words and pretend I did say them, let it be known that I once again throw up the graphic and said that this is all ALLEGEDLY. Oh.
Oh my god. A woman after my own heart. I do love using the word allegedly, I can say. If you guys are unfamiliar, Doobie Schmertz is an alt account that may or may not have been used by Blair in order to get an own on people. Now, Doobie Schmertz and Ooby Dooby are the two alt accounts that were covered most frequently. There is a third alt account. It's called Sad Rhombus, and it's private now, but it showed up in my video, right? It's a third alt account where she does the same thing, where she just molds about the people who used to be her quote-unquote friends.
Allegedly. Honestly, y'all, allegedly merch is coming, okay? I have heard y'all in the comments, you want it, you're gonna get it, allegedly. No, but for real. Now, we can argue semantics about who has the worst apology, who should be forgiven versus who should be left for the streets, but instead, let's just be petty. I want to make it very clear that understanding the Illuminati rabbit hole means resigning yourself to the fact that you are almost exclusively going to be eating, drinking, sleeping, breathing, and basically just living inside the world of Illuminati for days.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. She gets it. She gets it. She fucking gets it. I go to sleep. I go, ooh, damn, what the fuck this bitch say again? You know? I was laying in bed. It was like fucking 3:30 in the morning, and I'm laying there asleep, and I get a message from somebody that sends me the tweet from Oz Media, and I wake up and I look at it, and I go, oh shit, another one. I can't fucking escape it.
Following the story since it began on April 20th, 2023, and the way it's continued to accelerate every single day has been almost overwhelming for myself and my incredible team to keep up with. It's a lot. Just when you think there's a bottom to this well you've been thrown into, nope. Bitch, it's a bottomless pit. You all should see the beast of an edit that my doc is just right here in this very moment where I'm saying this right now. Look at the timeline, look at the edits, and I still got so much more to cover. By this point in the timeline, Blair's apology video had completely backfired on her. Before the Legal Eagle controversy, Blair had over 1.7 million subscribers. Right before Wonderstruck posted his video on May 11th, Social Blades shows that Blair had already lost more than 100,000 subscribers, with 60,000 of them dipping right after the Click posted his video. Today, as of recording this on May 29th, that number has dropped even further. Blair has lost over 180,000 subscribers and counting, as well as at least one sponsor, HelloFresh, confirming via Twitter that they had dropped her. She's actually lost way more subscribers than even that. Before all of this, Blair was gaining 10,000 new subscribers every few days. So not only has she posted negative losses, those losses don't
Thank you. I'm gonna go ahead, but that's all like 100% like on the nose, all pretty good. We're gonna just go ahead here. I wonder how she feels with everyone examining her social blade. She probably feels like shit. I mean, honestly, I don't, you know, whatever. May they ripperoni, right? I don't know. Like I'm emotionally invested in this story, and the fact that I've talked to so many people that I would be a psychopath to not feel emotional on behalf of people, right? But Jesus Christ, fucking everybody's here in the chat today. What up, Flinders? Right? But I would be a bad person if I didn't feel for Wonder's struggle, right? Because I've been threatened with legal action from YouTubers before, right? For what I do. So I get it, right? It's scary. I mean, now that I've been through that, I'm like, whatever, who gives a fuck? Fucking come after me, bitch. I'll fight you. I don't give a fuck. I'll be broke as hell. I'll come into that fucking courtroom, defend myself. She was very proud of her subscriber count.
Things for personal gain. I mean, just speaking candidly, I've seen like a couple of Illuminati videos in the past, but I remember that she did a video on Shein, and I have recently, like, you know, a few months ago, I've been approached by this company called Temu who would like to do a sponsorship. But I also wanted to research the company on Temu. It seems like is intentionally making this Temu company look very bad because she could use Shein in the title and none of the information tied to Temu. And so it made me call into question, is this what most of her work is like? Does she do this all the time? Does she create some kind of point that's not related to the topic and then just like lead the audience to believe that it applies? Because I think that is pretty irresponsible deep dive journalism. And I take those things, you know, pretty seriously. Facts matter. Drawing random correlations that don't really exist but trying to infer it just for clicks and views is a problem. So that was like the second or third video I had seen of her, and I was like so turned off by it, and that was before.
So one of the things that's very frustrating with Illuminati, oh my god, the poop video. The poop video is like, she never wanted anybody. Okay, you got to realize, guys, right? She never wanted the poop video to be out there. So every time we talk about the poop video, we magnify the poop video. and I know she doesn't like the poop video being out there because, you know, grabbing your own feces is generally frowned upon in society. Just saying, right? So the player doing that is a bit sussy, right? Like, diving into Blair's rabbit hole, be like, Psalms 107 verses 10 to 11. But yeah, so one of the problems I've always had with Illuminati is how she does video essays that are politically minded, right? And that's fine, but you know, be upfront about it. Don't try and like hide it underneath anything. Beavers in the chat. I love the poop video. And by the way, I'm gonna post a poop video as a highlight on this channel. Okay?
Coffee to very good.
Oh yeah, Mana Potion Coffee. My coffee company is amazing. What the fuck? What poop video? Well, it was a prior stream, but again, make sure to subscribe because we will. That will be a highlight video.
Ability into account. Oh, and again, was right. I don't know that I could trust things that she puts out there. We have someone else in this story that we need to hear from, whose story hasn't been heard in this recent scandal at all until right now in this video. Somebody whose story is so chilling, it completely redefines and in some ways solidifies everything that we have heard so far. Like, this is a story that started before nearly everything.
Illuminati is aware of how toxic and morally reprehensible these actions are, and has attempted to remove evidence from the internet by deleting her tweets and even editing down the private messages with other users in which she engages in these behaviors of bullying, threatening, to publicly ruin the images of people simply for disagreeing with her. All of these issues and behaviors stated here were just from the idea that someone might call her out, and I fear what might come afterwards.
So from the outside, that clip sounds like some random commentary channel talking about the current Illuminati controversy about Blair's pattern of behavior, her alleged abuse, her alleged paranoia, and providing their thoughts on it, right? Except this video was posted over 4 years ago. This is Blair's ex-boyfriend. Yeah, he goes by the username Azothan and is a former content creator.
So I know Azothan is in the chat, right? And thank you, Swoop, for also correcting the pronunciation there. But you know, let's just realize the closeness this person had to Blair, right, when they give their story. And this isn't to say like any of it's fake or anything like that, but just to understand where this individual is coming from in their story that they're telling, right? Because those things like that are what we can use to gauge, you know, kind of what's being said and what, you know, we want to steel man it, obviously, because we want to trust that the opposition to Blair is correct. But just to understand the closeness to Blair and the emotional, personal connection with Blair, even post-relationship, right?
retired from YouTube, and he made a pair of videos about Blair's alleged abuse back in April of 2019, which accuses Blair not only of consistent emotional abuse, but actively conspiring to ruin other content creators, constant bullying of him.
Was he the waxing boyfriend? Azostan, were you the man who had his balls waxed? Was your shaft waxed by Blair? Answer the question. Answer the question. Were your balls waxed? Oh my god. I think those are separate men, chat, okay? I don't think they're the same person.
Himself and others, as well as threats of litigation and even possibly physical harm. He also makes the allegation that Blair tried doing something she accused r/ of doing, creating botnets in an attempt to get ahead on YouTube. Now, Azothan's evidence comes from screenshots that he captured over Discord and text messages, but throughout the course of Azothan's story...
Oh no, plenty of other weird stuff I remain hairy and happy.
He also details how he had to block Illuminati's phone number, only for her to call and allegedly harass him further from burner phone numbers. Sound familiar? Kind of like Doobie Schmertz and the alt accounts that she used to harass the clique and all their friends. Kind of like the Creepshow art stalking days. And it was after one of these sock puppet accounts, if you will, that he decided to record one of his phone calls with Blair.
It's important to call out bullying, lying, doxing, and threats. Unfortunately, I'm here to tell you that Illuminati has engaged in all of these behaviors. I feel that I must state up front that for the last 2.5 years, I was involved in a romantic relationship with the YouTuber known as Illuminati. This relationship ended recently, and while none of the facts stated here are related to that association, it would be dishonest for me not to state this immediately.
I have seen your f***ing Twitter and the bull you've been spewing on there.
The harassment.
You asshat.
The abuse.
Because God knows why, because you're bitter about a breakup because your cash cow left you.
Now, I managed to get in touch with Azothan via email after I saw his absolutely heartbreaking videos about Blair, and he has given me permission to share with you our conversations. So I'm going to sort of recreate this story as I understand it of Azothan's allegations of abuse against Blair based on the YouTube videos and our email interviews. So by
Azothan is going to get a fucking cease and desist in the mail at this rate. There's no fucking way he's not. After this Swoop video, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way that psycho bitch ain't gonna magically appear again. I fucking telling you right now. I'll be honest, guys. I'm waiting for the cease and desist myself. Because I know Blair has watched these. So, you know.
account, the relationship that he had with Blair was complicated for a number of reasons, both financial and emotional. But he was very much in love with her at the time. While they were dating, which lasted off and on for about 2.5 years, Blair was still involved in Reddit-based content, and Azothan states that Blair was unhappy doing Reddit content, which is why she pivoted into the commentary space.
This is an infinitely competitive person we're talking about, and she wanted to dominate the space while it was hers. An early friendship with Fresh helped mold her content, but also led her to believe that anyone else utilizing that general framework was a copycat. I listened to endless rants about Misery Box, deservedly, Bumfries, and even Voicey here, being not—
Blair, the baby arm Boopgate saga.
You know, despite all the horrific shit that is coming out about Illuminati, the one thing people can't get over is her horrific shits. Wonder if she's watching right now. Hey, Blair. How about you type in a chat? Maybe call in. We'll have an exclusive. I'll be fair. I mean, I would be fair if you did decide to actually reach out, but trust me, I know the fuck you ain't, because you are lawyering up like a motherfucker right now, okay?
nothing more than mediocre mimics of herself and Fresh.
From here, Azothan makes the allegation that Blair used an r/controversy as a means to get ahead in the commentary space.
What fueled this was her anger at being so quickly outpaced by another channel. The others were merely nipping at her heels or falling behind. But r/, well, he was rocketing past. And her statements regarding his content were even more scathing. Eventually, she utilized information—
Oh my god. All right. Here's a little fun anecdote, right? There's three videos here in the background, right? You got the Nicholas Diorio, you got another one that's just like a re-upload, right? That's the r/, that's an Illuminati re-upload. And then there's the video in the middle. You know who that video in the middle's from? Ethan Ralph. Ethan Ralph of the Ralph Retort. If you don't know who Ethan Ralph is, I can't go into it now, but that is a funny one.
Statistics provided by a larger YouTuber to create the video that many still remember. A video taken down not because she believed she was wrong ever, but taken down because she saw it negatively affecting her subscriber count. For weeks after this, though, conversations would revolve exclusively around her plans to continue her campaign against r/, from encouraging smaller channels to, and I quote, continue the effort against him, to creating an entirely different channel, purchasing her own bots, and show that the growth patterns matched, ultimately looking to spend around $4,000 on that endeavor. I expressed a general belief that she had become obsessed over the situation and really needed to let it go. Over the next 2 weeks, this would lead to a rapid deterioration of our relationship and the eventual end of it.
What you just heard Azothan saying was that their relationship ending was directly linked to Blair's level of obsession in taking down another YouTuber, even alleging that she was willing to spend $4,000 to create her own bot network just to take down a YouTuber she allegedly didn't like.
And then I asked you a simple yes or no question. Were you talking ill of me to other content creators? I even said I didn't think you were. It was just...
The answer is no.
I don't understand.
But now
why you dodged it.
Now it might change to a yes because now I'm gonna have to protect my ass.
Now, the following breakup that they had was messy, just like virtually every other breakup ever, but things got even more sour when Blair was allegedly acting sketchy during a separate beef with a creator named Miserybox, which, according to Azothan himself in our conversations, may or may not even been that big of a deal at the time. Quote, I forgot the specific drama, but Miserybox was another big Reddit YouTuber whom Blair had disliked because he was having comparable growth while putting out content she said was, quote, shitty and derivative. I believe he was caught being a drunken D-canoe and was ostracized. Tragically, she then threatened and harassed some of his former mods on Discord when they couldn't give her everything she wanted from the situation. So I asked Azothan if he could clarify what he meant by that last line, and he said this: not give her everything she wanted was basically she didn't want to credit the mods who got the audio and spread it originally. This was audio assets that she had used. And when one mod got angry that she wasn't going to credit them, she threatened to paint the entire mod team as being the same as Miserybox, someone who had just been exposed. It looks like a case of Blair not crediting her sources, threatening to paint an entire mod group based on the actions of one who was mad about it. A lot of vague threats and, oh, wouldn't it be a shame if I made a video making you look as bad as Miserybox? Standard bully stuff.
In Azothan's defense, this lines up with all of the other stories, because, you know, when we look at drama and we look at how a person interacts, they don't really change in between their different situations, right? It's like you go from one to another, to another, to another, and you do the same thing. As we all recall, if you don't, here's the TLDR, right? Here's again, Blair not crediting her sources, something we've seen prior. HH Bomber Guy was an example of that, where Blair messed up and missed some sources, threatening to paint an entire mod group based on the actions of the one who was mad about it. Where, you know, there was like an interpersonal beef between Tommy and some of the SFTP guys and Blair and some of her friends from SFTP. A lot of vague threats. Ergo, we're talking about language very similar to Cruel World, Happy Mind. Wouldn't it be a shame if I made a video making you look as bad as Miserybox? Not really a great threat. Threatening to make a video is like, I mean, me personally, I'd be like, oh, what a shame if I were to make a video on you. I'd send my whole audience after you. All right. But, you know, you see shit like that. That's completely... we've seen this pattern of behavior.
And Azothan sent me a ton of screenshots and receipts, which I don't have time to cover all of that today, but this looks like another time years ago where Blair was allegedly suggesting that she would make an expose on innocent mods just because she didn't want to credit them for their work. And things just get worse from there. In regards to their relationship, Azothan told me that, quote, when Blair and I first began interacting romantically, I had recently left my home of 27 years and moved to a whole strange place, in addition to a breakup. To which he said Blair, quote, had hacked my ex's Tumblr account and found evidence that she cheated on me. And then he also said that she would, quote, take me to Vegas to confess her love, but had a backup ticket to send me home that night if I didn't reciprocate. Can you
Okay, so I gotta go back, and I don't know if Azathan's still in the chat. Tell me she had hacked my ex's Tumblr account and found evidence she cheated on me. I was having a hard time moving on emotionally. I mean, this is all interesting. I would love DMs if you had them. I think that would be really necessary. Here's the thing. Her being shitty in a relationship, there's a part of this that is related to the YouTube, right? Which makes it a important story to tell. And it is also part of it that's like, I don't know if it's something that we should all be aware of kind of thing. But again, I think the only thing missing here is like seeing it with messages, right? And maybe I'm being a bit pedantic, but the thing is that there's a lot of people who get online and then say stuff like this and they have no evidence to back it up. And then it comes out like, oh, it turns out they were just as fucking psychotic. So it's like we just need stuff like that, right? It's important to the story. It just is.
Had a backup ticket to send me home that night if I didn't reciprocate. Can you imagine being in that situation where you find out if you don't say you love someone back, they're literally going to like send you immediately away and fly you back home? Yeah, that's a lot. And then he goes on and says that she, quote, made a tell-all breakup video about us back in 2017 during one of our many breaks. So I want you all to keep the phrase.
I believe that based on her videos about being like a girl boss and like shaving men's nuts and going on bad dates. 100% tracks. There's photos of Diesel in a maid outfit. How do I get these? If I reach 1 million subscribers, guys, I'll do an OnlyFans photo shoot. And yes, I will dress up as a hot maid.
Coercive control in mind, and we'll come back to that later with Wonderstruck Guy. But by Azathan's account, things were kind of hot and cold with Blair. Like sometimes the love she gave was great, and other times, well, y'all heard the phone calls, right? Now, Azathan also shared with me other manipulative or abusive behaviors that Blair allegedly did.
Yeah. The relationship stuff reinforces what we know about her and further questions her goals/credibility. Yeah, 100%, right? It's just that, again, people's relationships get really fucking complicated, right? So I'm just saying, oh, what if in the future something comes out? Get everyone, to sub to FPS Diesel today. What up, Greg? Daddy Diesel, thanks, Beavers.
Blair seems like she's on that Onision level with isolating people to manipulate them. Especially younger people than her. Like Oz and Wonder.
Yeah. I don't know if it's like... I don't want to compare it to Onision, right? Because we're like on that's like a different level entirely, right? So it really, we're asking a question, does she do this like deliberately, or is she like kind of wandering into these haphazardly where she's putting herself in these positions, right? Because I don't think like her putting Wonder out like that was like deliberate. I don't think she sat down at the very beginning and went, I'm going to do this to Wonder. I don't think that happened, right? Onision, when he does stuff, it feels very premeditated. You know what I mean? Like everything from his freakouts to his videos feel like premeditated sociopathy kind of thing. In my opinion. Again, I'm not a fucking psychiatrist, but that's just what it comes off as. What if we find out I'm a dog rapist, right? Swoop would look like a fool, but I agree. Relationship stuff is more petty than the business-destroying stuff she does with other creators. Yeah, and again, it's not to, like, discredit your story, but it's just, like, the problem is that we can look into Illuminati, but I don't want people tracking down all of Illuminati's exes and then asking them why the relationship fell apart. You know what I mean? And obviously, it's all going to look bad. I don't know how many of you have nice things to say about your exes, and I'm not saying there's more than enough here that proves the connection, but this is how people operate, right? Whereas they're like, okay, there's this ex. What if we go to another one, and then we're going to notice that, like, oh, shit, she's fucking crazy in all of them. Blues dank in the chat. Shush. You know, so that's the problem, right? We don't want to do that. And I feel people could do that. Hello, Core. It's more like once she finds out something that she perceives as a threat or turns into a threat, she then starts the manipulation and the brainstorming. Yeah, I mean, I don't think she thinks that far ahead, right? If we're thinking back to the video that she put out that turned this all into a gigantic fucking disaster, then yeah, that's her not thinking far enough ahead, right?
Including that she, quote, demand I spend my time exclusively playing Dark Souls 3 with her in my free time. Any attempt to go out to parties or karaoke or just make any social or emotional ties other than her were met with punishment, essentially isolating him from his family and his support system, which is a very common manipulation tactic and a form of emotional abuse. But I wanted to know, like, what does Azothan mean by punishment? Well, according to him, it, quote, varied from verbal abuse to a couple days no contact to several weeks. When she did return from one of our breaks, it was with cruelly lurid stories about F-boys on Snapchat and all the fun that she had going out. I'm just like, what in the actual like, I'm trying to, because I have a lot of thoughts and feelings on this. Now, a little bit of context here too, though. Throughout the dying days of Azothan and Blair's relationship, Azothan claimed that Blair suggested the two of them should do a collab video to help support Azothan's much smaller channel. You know, working with his girlfriend, who, yeah, happened to have a huge platform, was exciting to him, but every time he asked her about it, he was met with either silence or indifference or sometimes straight up cruelty. This persisted even more so after the two of them broke up for what would be the final time.
What I'm saying is that I was angry about the fact that you were the one who proposed a collaboration, and then as soon as I was ready and put all this effort into it, you just kind of shut me down. It just seemed...
So it had nothing to do with the fact that I go, oh, I'm moving, I'm busy, I'm doing every single day. The only thing you had to ask me is, when are we collabing? When are we collabing? When are we collabing? And it's like, oh, you're treating me like a fan, Blair. And I'm like, well, perhaps you should have stopped acting like one.
You want to say you don't attack me, but then you straight up cook and call me a liar over things that you are no 100% true. I'm done with it. I'm done with you.
Because God knows why, because you're bitter about a breakup because your cash cow left you. Like, off.
This, in combination with everything else, led to...
Oh my god. Okay. I need to listen to that in full. I need to go find that video. But Weird Housewives Club. I feel like there's too many things. Maybe there's one or two. After a while, it just starts seeming like she's calculated with people around her. Okay, so I will say this, right? I don't think... Okay, Blair obviously thinks a little bit ahead, but the thing is, I don't want us all to be thinking like she's some fucking, like, playing chess while we're all playing checkers. Blair is not playing chess, all right? She is a fucking checkers player through and through. If she was smart, she would have not included the whole, like, suicidal ideation of wonder or any of this other stuff, right? She wants to steelman her position against these people speaking out against her, then she wouldn't have fucking done that, right? I mean, ultimately, if she wants to really play chess, don't say something. Don't speak, right? That whole editing thing happened with Legal Eagle. She, like, fumbles it really hard. She didn't need to make a video she didn't make a video after all the Sad Milk people said something, right? Every time she spoke about it, she made it worse, right? So here's what I say all the time, and this is not the first time I've said this on stream. Shut the fuck up. If you're in drama and you're saying something stupid, shut the fuck up. What happened with Sunny V2? He had an awful take, everybody disagreed with him, and what did he do? He shut the fuck up, and he didn't repeat it, and he just went on with his life, and it's fine. right? All you need to do is just not say anything. But too many of these people are too big-headed, right, full of hot air, and they can't shut the fuck up. Yeah, if she's playing chess, she's bad at it. 100%. 100%.
Azothan having enough. So he called her up to express how unhappy he was. Now, this wasn't the call that Azothan recorded. On this call, Azothan claimed that, quote, Blair and I had a phone call where she had told me that I was beneath her, that I was always going to be mediocre, and that she was better than that. And let me tell you what might be the most awful, heartbreaking thing Azothan shared with me. What he just said, you know, that Blair told him he was beneath her and mediocre. Here's why she used those specific words. Quote, about her calling me mediocre and a burden. Those words were the exact ones I used 5 months before when I attempted to end my life. To know that Azothan had attempted to end his life, that in that time of immense pain, he thought he was nothing more than mediocre and a burden, and for Blair to allegedly strategically weaponize those words against him later on disturbs me on a level that I didn't think that I would get to with this story. And it instantly makes me think of the fact that she did weaponize Wonder's mental health and self-harm note in her exposed video that she posted just a couple weeks ago. So she does this to Azothan 4 years ago, Wonder a few weeks ago. Any way you look at it, to me, this demonstrates a pattern of abuse. Abuse that goes beyond, you know, YouTube drama.
Okay. Yeah, that's not good. Again, what I say with all of this stuff, I need more than your word, right? And I know that seems really callous and really shitty and just fucking bad. And I do agree that it probably did happen, but I just need to see something. I just need to see something. So I'm probably going to pull up the call from that video. But again, this all lines up with the pattern of behavior that we've seen of Blair. Another person for her to have allegedly twisted their unalive experiences against them. I wish in like retrospect I knew about. Okay, here's the thing, right? I've been around long enough that people have told me about Blair in passing, right? But I just wish I had like the foresight enough to like put myself in a position where I could like, you know, get up on her, right? Like I honeypot her. If I were to like honeypot Blair and put her in a position where she's like thinking she's got the game on me. That's okay, man. It was more than 4 or 5 years ago. I long threw away any messages or memories related to her. Sorry. Yeah, I figured. There's no reason for you to keep your ex's bullshit with you, right? Did you see One Topic at a Time's video on this? We watched that earlier in the stream. I will say I didn't find that it moved the needle too much. And TTS
Did you see One
through.
Topic at a Time's video on this?
Yeah, so there's that. Anyway, what I was saying to Azothan, yeah, it's just like it presents itself in a way that like, okay, so if I was Blair, right, Azothan, if I was Blair and I wanted to make sure I'd win against you, here's how I would win against you, right? I'd go, Azothan spoke to Swoop about these things, but where's the evidence? I don't see any. And then she would, because I guarantee you, she still has a folder on you. 100%, right? She would pull that up and strategically position it in a way to make you bad. And now you have to fight against it, right? But yeah, normal people, they don't like keep their fucking ex's picture on their phone. Why would you keep all that shit? Especially when you're 4 or 5 years removed, right? I bet you, Azothan, before this, you didn't think, oh, this is going to come back. This is going to be what everybody's talking about. Some fucking random guy in New York is going to be fucking talking about this. No, you didn't think that. Narcissists are very good at presenting an image of themselves to the general public and gaslighting and abusing anyone who tries to cross them. And most of the time, they're clever enough to do it quietly. You know, YouTubers are chronically stupid. So, the funny part is a honeypot scheme would totally work on this type of woman. Shouldn't she be aware of what a honeypot scheme is? She fucking covers pyramid schemes, right? Yeah, she's in the immortal words of Keemstar, I have files on top of files, and I guarantee you that Blair has files on ex-boyfriend Azathan, on Wonder, on Tommy C, on everybody, right? On every single person out there. 100%. There's no reason that she wouldn't have these things, okay? Because she's the type of person who would be afraid, right? She'd be thinking, oh, what if they try to come back and fight me or take me down? She's done and the truth is out. She can lash out all she wants. Yeah, by now it's already gone so far, I can't imagine her ever coming back from this. Maybe she should be the topic of her next corporate casket. If she legitimately did a video on herself, that would be pretty good. I would watch that video. But the thing is that she can't recognize her flaws, right? She doesn't see them, right? And then if there's flaws there, she'd much rather push those under the rug by issuing a DMCA or something like that, right? Like the poop video. Before this, if you uploaded the poop video with no commentary, oh, guess what, baby? You're getting a DMCA strike, all right? It don't matter if it was taken down from the Internet Archive or wherever the fuck it was taken down from. She's going to take that video down because she doesn't want people to see her bad moment where she picked up poop with her hands. Well, yeah, she had a tissue in between her poop and the fucking hand, but that's not a lot. That's not enough. It'd be based. Oz Media is making a new video. He was the romantic partner after me, and it's been shown he kept a lot of receipts. Holy shit, Azathan. I don't... Okay. So, I'm not laughing at you. But that was a fucking, you just dropped a bombshell. All right? You just dropped a fucking bombshell. So you're telling me that Oz was in a relationship with the Illuminati? Because I went out of my way to ask people in Sad Milk if they had dated, and those people had told me no. And you're telling me yes? So you're telling me that they were dating. Okay, I thought they were dating. I thought that was that's fucking nuclear, dude. Yeah, holy shit. Okay, I should have gone with my hunch. I apologize. In a past stream, I said they weren't dating. I apologize. I should have looked into it more. There was no way I would have fucking known. But, yeah, that's fucking nuclear, bro. That's really fucking nuclear. I'm going to reach out and speak to Oz right after this stream. I don't know if Oz is, like, watching and he's just not commenting or anything like that, or he'll see it in the future. But people mentioned that before. No, I've been, like, A-logging the fuck out of this, okay? And I asked somebody who was in Sad Milk. I asked a member of Sad Milk if they were in a relationship. I thought in Wonder's video, Oz said that he's never was sexual with her. This is a legend. Again, Azathan, I gotta fucking follow up on that, dude. You can't. I gotta fucking follow up on that. I only have what's been imitated and hinted at. Don't take my word for it, but I'd bet dollars to donuts. No, I'd bet money on it too, because the way that Oz talked about it in Wonder's video read to me like they were in a relationship. You know what I mean? Allegedly they dated. Allegedly. Right? Again, yeah. I don't fucking know. I'm not fucking saying that was the case. They were engaged. Girl, you can't. You're in my chat now saying they were engaged. What the fuck? Okay, I need a message Oz about this. Jesus. I'm late, but I thought they were dating too. The way she fell apart on her video about him. But hey, if it was Oz, I would deny it too. Yeah, in some respects, I deny it, but like, who wants to air their personal relationship drama? Nobody wants to get to that point. Nobody. Diesel, restock your hats and make a shirt that just says allegedly on the breast pocket. Would it be a platonic type of relationship? No. Are we all on the same page here that we're talking about a romantic relationship? Because that's what the fuck I'm talking about. That's what I'm thinking. I thought it was a romantic relationship. You know, when you can just tell somebody's like in a romantic relationship. That's kind of like what was going on now. Anyway, but before we get on, Jesus Christ, here we go. Make sure to buy my coffee. Use D10 at checkout. The way she fell apart, to me, that came off as fake crying. Gotta clock out and get back to real life for a bit, guys. Talk to you later. Azathan, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. You know, I appreciate it, and I'm glad you're able to put up with me questioning your story. Nothing against you at all. We need to know that allegedly Rainbow... yeah, listen, again, this is all alleged. I haven't... We're all just sitting here shooting the shit, assuming they were in a relationship. I have no fucking proof of that. Imagine a spell in between her egregious foals. Ugh. Yeah, I had a suspicion they were dating. The player's married to the game. She's married to the hustle. She's on a Sigma grind set, everybody. She's on a Sigma grind set. Hold on 1 second. Give me a second. Allegedly, Mana Potion Coffee is based. It is based. Okay. I'm like, I need to like collect myself after that moment. I have a question. Did he know her before the many BMWs or after? This would have been before the many BMWs. I'm waiting for my coffee to get here. I just shipped some boxes today. Just so you know, I shipped 2 today. I have to ship them all myself, and it makes it cringe, you know. So I do all the boxes. Oz just got a cease and desist. Yes, I know. We went over that.
You know, who has more subs, who plagiarized torn paper, and speaks to the idea that she may be so callous in her need to be above those closest to her that she resorts to words and actions that could cause very real harm. In fact, one topic just posted as a response video while I've been editing mine, so I will have to cover that in a part 2, but listen to what he said here.
Married to the game, no wedding ring.
I still don't want to believe all of this is true. I'm not convinced the person who did this did not intend real-world harm to us.
Assuming Azothan's account to be true, and I have no reason to doubt it.
We'll just see where the rest of this goes.
Profoundly sad and deeply disgusting behavior from Blair. It broke my heart, like so much so that even though Azothan had already given me consent to share his story, I went back and asked him again if he's comfortable with me sharing that part of it, and you know what he said? Quote, I am okay with it. I am not mediocre or a burden. I have a wonderful and rich life now that she has no power or influence over. I want Wonder to know it was just what she does to vulnerable people. I don't know if she'd hoped I'd hurt myself, but she certainly picked her words with care and knew how they could fester. I give my permission happily.
Hour 40, thank you.
Those are just such truly beautiful words. There's just a kindness that resonates from that response, and it's also so very...
Here's my thing, right? I want Blair to take on one of these motherfuckers that's got some fucking, you know, cojones. Like, go after the click. You know, oh, you don't want to... Oh.
I love your laugh. It's very funny and contagious.
Thank you. I am told that it is. I appreciate that. You know, it's like, I understand the Click's not American. You'd have to sue him internationally. But, like, the Click's video's got, like, 1 million views on it. We're talking about damage done per view. Click's video blows every single other video out of the water, right? Come after these people. iNabber has, like, a 2-hour video cataloging everything up until the moment you decided the issue is C and D, right? Where's the lawsuit to iNabber, right? Turkey Tom, American, could send him a C&D. I'm not saying go do it, right? But what I'm just saying is like, what this lady just fucking, she picks on who she can get an advantage on, you know? Blair supporters will come out of the woodwork asking what color my BMW is, and then be smug that I don't have multiple Beamers. She doesn't pick on people. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pick on somebody your own size. Hell, I'm not your own size. I'll fucking these people. I'll be annoying. I will make your life just the worst, Blair. I am. Fuck you, lady. God.
Empowering, him saying that he knows he's not mediocre and a burden, and I think that's beautiful. Now, after this first unrecorded call with Blair, Azothan says he went onto Miserybox's Discord server.
If Blair's C&D's Tom, I'm blaming you. I hope that doesn't happen. I like Tom.
To expose Blair for her comments, and in Azothan's words, Blair got angry and he told her that he wouldn't speak to her any further about it unless she wanted to speak on the phone, which she agreed to, and that's the call which Azothan recorded.
I have seen your Twitter and the bull you've been spewing on there. So if you want to try me, okay?
Now from here, Azothan decided it was time to lay it all out there to the world, you know, the botnets, the constant abuse and neglect and gaslighting allegations, the paranoia and constant attacks against other creators. So in early 2019, he made a pair of videos exposing all of this using the phone calls, you know, peppered through with his own firsthand experiences. And what's interesting is that a lot of what Azothan says in his videos sound like strange mirrors of things that have happened with Blair and everybody else that we're talking about. For instance,
I discovered that she was spreading around her Discord server that I intended to release intimate photographs sent during our time together, and also claimed that I was mobilizing my server to raid her own. The latter came from a moderator in her server. Both are laughable accusations, as I have no intention of breaking any laws, nor breaking her trust quite that much. What took me aback and made me fear for my safety and my future were two things. A claim that she had already contacted a lawyer about this potentially Class D felony.
Yeah. So this is another thing with Blair that I have been loving to death as I've gone through this, right? From Keemstar to fucking Wonder to now Azothan, another person, right? Blair loves to say, I'm gonna sue you. You know, there ain't nothing more American, land of the free, home of the lawsuit, right? But this lady, oh boy, she's like, oh, I'm gonna get the lawyers on you. Now, literally, from what I recall, I think her trying to sue Keemstar was on the basis of Keemstar calling her ugly or some dumb bullshit like that. Anyway, the point is that the lawsuit was like really pedantic and stupid, and the lawyers had even told her, according to my sources, these lawyers told her it's not going to happen. But, you know, that's that.
And that I would be receiving a summons regarding this, in addition to an even more frightening and concerning set of circumstances.
Azothan also shares a story about how he had once told Blair that someone was trying to dox him and what she did with that information. He says she turned around and tried to collaborate with the person who had tried to dox him, seemingly in an attempt to get Azothan to not make his video telling his story.
A couple months ago, I informed Illuminati about someone on the internet threatening to dox me. We discussed this person in depth, and she even considered making a video about this person to call them out. A Discord user known as Cracker Snatcher, who had made threats of violence against me, as well as attempting to locate and disseminate my location and name. I was saddened to be informed by my friends that she had joined a Warcraft 3 Discord server solely for the purpose of providing and exchanging personal information with this extremely dangerous and unstable individual. After discovering these two concerning facts, I messaged Illuminati and left her a voicemail to let her know that I was backing off the idea of making this video at all, for fear of both my financial and physical safety. She would then go on to publicly brag about scaring me into silence with these actions, and this video is being made now due to her once again believing that she can try to inspire fear and compliance through threats, frivolous litigation, and intimidation.
And so here we are again with the pattern that seems to have existed in one form or another since Illuminati first came onto YouTube. A pattern that points an alleged picture of Blair as spiteful, manipulative, abusive, and a hypocritical person who judges people for criminal behavior while partaking in the same type of behavior.
Oh my god. I know we've been covering how Blair is like fucking psycho cuckoo crazy bananas in my opinion. We should also put that on a shirt. In my opinion, allegedly both of them. But the thing is, right, is like she does these things, and I always wonder, you know, because Blair used to be a stripper Like, what other fucking shit she get up to, bro? Like, this is like, she put the career on this bullshit. I'm just saying. I'm like, what about the stuff we haven't seen, right? What's stuff that she's kept to herself the entire time, right? Is she like racking up like a back taxes to the IRS or something? She got a fucking bank account in Jamaica so that she can fly off. I'm just shooting the shit here. I'm just joking, okay? I'm not saying that there's anything, but I'm just saying, man, wouldn't it be funny if?
Or worse, allegedly. And in
Sorry. I'm dropping bombshells, right? Okay, so just so everybody's aware, Blair used to be a stripper, right? Blair is a multi-BMW owning landlord who owns multiple firearms, and also she considers herself a leftist. Now, I don't know about you, but most leftists wouldn't like to be landlords or gun owners or multiple car owners, but oops.
spite of all of that, after I thanked and applauded Azothan for coming forward with his story, which is not only brave but deserves to be heard, Azothan still downplays his experience for the sake of putting a supportive spotlight on the others involved, saying, quote, "It's relieving to hear someone say that about speaking up, but I don't want to paint myself as a victim in the same way that it's clear Wonder and Oz and Click were. I was luckily cut out of the housing arrangement in February 2019, so I never had to live in or work with those more worrying behaviors and habits. I genuinely appreciate you reaching out. I need it stated that I'm obviously as happy as a pig and shit about this whole situation. Not admirable, I know, and it'll pass, but my God, it feels like a weight is off my shoulders after 4 years of being able to speak with nobody about it all. These events are very much in my rearview mirror, but
I don't know. I'm not saying Blair has a mommy kink. I'm not saying that, right? She had asked, okay, I don't know specifically, but people in her Discord server, they're just people in her Discord server, right, that call her triangle mommy, right? Call her triangle mommy. And she's like totally chill with it. I mean, if you're chill with it, whatever, if everybody's cool with it, go right ahead, you know. But just with all this shit, it does not make that look good. It's like a little cherry on top of the shit sundae that Blair's making.
if anything I shared can help other people, then I'm happy. If you need anything else, please don't hesitate to reach out. Azothan, I am so terribly sorry that you had to deal with that level of torment for so long. In my opinion, this truly speaks to the type of person that you seem to be, a kind, compassionate person who didn't deserve any of this. Even after the horrifying picture that you painted, you still compare your own trauma to theirs, which you absolutely don't have to. Your pain is just as valid. And I can imagine that Wonder, Click, and Oz wouldn't disagree with me when I say, I hope you feel just a little more seen and that you've been able to find some healing throughout.
That's why she tried to start a house with a harem of boys, but it failed. Oh, okay. Yeah. Can't do it.
Out all of this, and I wish you nothing but the best.
Was delayed, I believe, by 2 weeks, so when it finally arrived, I was pretty happy.
All right, now we're on to the Wonderstruck stuff. Where do I show up? Oh my god. The Tommy C stuff. This is so fucking insane. I can't believe this is in there. It's just really funny to have like little community drama reach all the way up here into
They
like
seem to be the actual
butt fuck like gigantic video essays like this, you know? How does her leftist ideals affect this? You mentioned it was something like it was like political ideals based on what's popular. Yeah, because Blair used to be like an anti-SJW person, right? She used to run with people like that and make content like that. She used to play a character called Sarah Jessica Warren, right? And that's like ridiculous. how she switched 100%, because not enough time had passed where people are like, oh, her mind changed, or like her opinion changed, or something like that. Yeah, she's trying to start a cult at a cul-de-sac. 100% Xylee. A cul-de-sac.
Beginning of the end for the Illuminati channel, if it's the end, which it's not looking good. I mentioned earlier that Blair has lost 180,000 plus subscribers, but what I didn't mention is that she's averaging a loss of 10,000 or so people like every other day. So like I've hinted about this throughout the video, but Blair had a past before her time as an anti-MLM YouTuber. I've shown you some of her Reddit content. I showed you that weird poop video. Okay, it's there.
And I tried to pick the poop up with my
Oh
hands.
my god.
But I haven't shown
Oh my god.
you anything that was recent.
I'll for future reference, I'm gonna put it up on Internet Archive. I will put the poop video on Internet Archive.
Recently unearthed from her time as an anti-SJW content creator, aka the exact opposite of everything Blair currently claims to stand for.
Like, I'm pretty sure actually, because of this whole situation, I could be totally wrong. So if I am totally wrong about this, I will own it.
I want to give a really quick shout out to the preservation efforts before I do this part of the doc to FPS
Oh my
Diesel.
god,
You're
no, did they really she used that video, that clip from that picture is from fucking Famous Birthdays. That's where that one's from.
Huge reason I was able to even find some of this stuff I'm about to talk about.
Swoop should have reached out to me. I would have given you high quality versions of those videos. All right, if I ever have another like big scoop again and I do something like that, YouTubers, just so you know, you can reach out to me. I will give you the clip.
So thank you. One of the absolutely most staggering developments in Blair's story is that Blair has been collecting controversies and grudges over the years, like Ollie London collects plastic surgeries. And much like how Ollie London wants us all to forget that he once claimed to be a transracial Korean woman. Yes, I am doing a doc on Ollie London soon. Blair Zon would very much like you to forget about the times that she got into beefs with other creators, and also that time she went by the name of Sarah J. Warren and really wanted you to know
Sarah J. Warren is unapologetically feminist, and if they don't like it, then I would love to drink their overprivileged male tears, okay?
Welcome to the world of Tommy C, a long-time streamer who's been on YouTube since 2007. Tommy C is somebody who does
Shout out to Tommy C, okay? Fucking commentary grandfather over here. He just had heart surgery. Shout out to him, man. Fucking absolute badass. All right. Fuck Diesel. What about Tommy, bro? Watching Tommy for years. Fucking all the commentary mods in the chat. We all know who the fuck Tommy is. All right.
incredibly edgy content that he admits is inspired by shock jocks like Howard Stern. And for a while, he was quite infamous for some of the feuds he developed with other creators like Keemstar.
That's real.
Yeah, he used to, oh my God, Bo Blacks. This is so fucking funny.
Yeah, he at the time that you were telling him to make a video, he actually had more subs than him. He's afraid of me.
The two of them were quite close, and Tommy makes it seem as though Blair was a pretty regular fixture in his friends group. Now, at some point in the late 2010s, Tommy C made a sort of satirical fake news show called Shot from the Point that dabbled in influencer drama position
Oh
as
my
if it
God,
were
bro.
hard-hitting news.
This is insane. This is so fucking funny.
It was during this time the character Sarah J.
Why is my voice all like... You know how much shit I got for wearing that acronym jacket? I like tech wear guys, right? I got so much shit for wearing this fucking jacket in the video. I have not heard the end of that shit. Oh my God.
Called Shot from the Point that dabbled in influencer drama positioned as if it were hard-hitting news.
It was during this time.
Like I've gotten so much shit for that fucking jacket. I like that jacket, so sue me, right? But people hate my tech wear shit.
time the character Sarah J. Warren was born.
That's Blair. Oh, I'm sorry. That's actually Sarah J. Warren. Get it? Sarah J. Warren, SJW, social justice warrior. Oh yes, Zaddy. Give it to me. Like Blair was literally making the type of content that she would like now say was unacceptable. So it was quite shocking when I saw that FPS Diesel had posted a video on May 20th that contained clips and testimony from this time, especially since almost none of the footage exists anymore. Well, according to Tommy C himself, the reason these videos don't exist anymore is because of a fat joke.
And it says, you know, Illuminati deleted my...
Yeah. So it was a fat joke about a guy named Rico, who, as far as I know, Blair isn't even friends with this guy anymore, right? And Blair helped perpetuate this fat joke too, in Failery, who also saw the video that she was featured in. Is your video pitch shifted? Yeah, I guess it's to avoid copyright strikes or automatic flags, right? But yeah, so I don't even think she's friends with Rico anymore. And she burned an entire friendship bridge simply because of that, right?
Videos over a fat joke. I didn't even tell the fat joke. Like, I have literally nothing to do with this. It was actually one of my staff members. They met in Las Vegas. One of my news team guys, Rico at the time, we all went into the news chat room where all the other members were, and I guess Rico said it, and for reasons that I'm not quite.
And this is a really like funny crossover event, right? Because Rico made jokes about Tipster, who I've mentioned a couple times on these streams, but Tipster is a bit of a lol cow, and he is also a streamer, right? And he's also a fat guy. So Rico would make fat jokes about Tipster, but then when the fat jokes get thrown at Rico, oh, he can't take it. And now Blair has to defend him. So she got mad in behalf of someone else that wants nothing to do with her. Hold on. I'll do you one better. The person who made the fat joke was 16. Was a 16-year-old Arabic from the Middle East. That's like a double... I just said the same thing twice. I apologize for that. But, yeah. Young guy called him fat, and apparently that pissed him off that much, right? And then there's another guy who called him fat in the vlog that I featured a clip of in my video. His name's Real Talk. Real Talk passed away. But Real Talk talks about how Rico is fat and makes a fat joke about Rico in the vlog. And then he's like, don't keep that in. Rico says, don't keep that in, right? And then Failery's like, oh, get rid of it, right? To the editor. And then Blair's like, no, keep it in, keep it in. So Blair's even perpetuating the fat jokes, right? And yes, Vault is the kid who did it. I thought you looked really good in that jacket. Thank you. Tipster's not that bad of a guy these days. Guys, I cover drama. Okay? Tipster is something else, and he will be a feature.
You looked really good in that jacket.
Thank you, Shadow. I appreciate it. I do. But yeah. Tipster is a stream for another day. But Tipster, just so you know, I know, baby. I know, Tipster. All right? You and them goth mommies ain't gonna escape forever. I will tell you this. I say, Tipster, I am coming for you, and it will happen one day, and you will not be happy what I have to say. Silently, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut about Tipster.
Sure. The Vault kept repeating over and over again, God, Rico, you're fat. I gotta be honest with you, it was kind of uncomfortable, you know? It was fucking funny.
This is the context for what apparently inspired Blair to leave behind her days as Sarah J. Warren. The very short version of this very old drama is that as Blair was doing the SJW content, she was also on the rise with her Reddit content and slowly transitioning away from being a part of Tommy C's content. By all accounts, though, the two were still friends until one day Blair DM'd Tommy, upset about the constant teasing of one of their associates' weight, a man named Ricochet.
And she was...
This is insane that this like little community drama has turned into this. Oh my god. The only thing I respect about tipsters is love of goth mommies. Yeah, Nani, I'll agree with that. I love me some goth milfs, goth tomboys, goth goblins. I appreciate it. But tipster takes it to a whole nother level. All right. And then puts himself in a bad position. But again, I gotta stop. I can't. This isn't a tipster stream. This isn't Diesel dunking on tipster. I'm not here to dunk on tipster today.
Very hostile to me, and she suggested that I should do something about it. And I just like, what do you want me to do? Everybody's an adult here. I can't tell people not to make fun of him. Like, that's kind of ridiculous.
It's interesting to see the ways the past and the present echo, right? You know, the big problem with the clique was that he allegedly knew about a problem he was actually literally asleep for. Tommy allegedly knew about a problem that wasn't even on his Discord servers. The conversation eventually reached a bit of a boiling point where Tommy considered kicking her out of the channel right then and there before calming down and realizing that Blair was, you know, still his friend, and that, in his opinion, was one of the biggest mistakes he ever made.
I got this message from her after I did a stream, and this video is important up here, and I'm going to show it to you now. Blair sent this to me as an example on why she was leaving.
That's a lot of money, I guess, for a person of color.
I can't believe this clip is included. All right, so just so I mentioned, you heard that little dono sound? That dono sound is Boogie2988. Like Boogie who just fought Wings. That is Boogie talking about, I mean, people of color, you know, so it's like a foot and mouth.
Trebek, keep your people in control, Rico. That wasn't Rico, obviously. That was somebody trying to get me going, and that's all I said. You can't control, and you can't control people being made fun of on the internet.
Blair was a project manager on Tommy C's YouTube page, home of Get to the Point News, and due to a disagreement over how people treated Ricochet, she allegedly deleted every single video from the Get to the Point playlist that she was a part of. By his own admission, Tommy doesn't have backups of any of those videos, so today it's all just lost media.
That's the thing that pissed her off. You know, my crack on my arcade. I think you know where this is going. It was great working with you, but we're clearly going two different directions. I wish you nothing but the best for your new Sims family. I wrote, I was like, okay, I know now, and I was like, relieved. And I go and check the news thing, and she left. I was like, oh god, thank god she didn't delete anything. And then I found out she did, like 24 hours later. It's all gone. Like, everything related to her is, like, all gone.
Now, to be completely fair, I get why Blair might want to distance herself from some of this content, especially as she began to strike bigger within the Reddit community space and within the more, you know, traditionally left-leaning political spaces. And yet, it wasn't her channel. I mean, shit, like the reason that she deleted all of these videos that weren't even hers and said it was for being upset that Ricochet was being made fun of.
This is so funny. I can't believe this stupid fat joke is in this 2.5 hour video. More people know about Ricochet being fat now because Ricochet had a problem with being fat 4 years ago. Ricochet's fatness would not be a discussion right now. That we wouldn't all be sitting here having a discussion about it if it wasn't for the fact that he was not confident about it. You know, big guys can still get it, Ricochet, all right? I don't know if you're still a big guy, but fuck, I used to be like 300 fucking pounds. You don't need to be a skinny motherfucker to be confident in yourself. You just need to love yourself.
Videos of her taking part in making fun of Ricochet for his weight.
This is so fucking funny. I can't believe this is in this video.
Oh, really? Oh, that's what they said. I don't know.
Does Rico even know this trauma is going on? I don't know. This is petty. Like, are we 5? Well, I mean, Chris Chris Angel 89, is he or is he not a fat guy?
This is for a vlog, right? Oh, is it? Oh, shit. Hey, yo, he's a good guy.
It out.
No, comrade.
Do not cut that out, comrade. Leave that. It's fucking comedy gold and you know it.
Like, just in case you need more evidence that Blair will allegedly stand up for anything that makes her look better while apparently believing in nothing, I want to bring up her treatment of Wonderstruck's mental health again before I play this next clip. Many of Blair's fans were upset, and rightfully so, that Blair would weaponize somebody's mental health when she long acted as a mental health advocate publicly. Some of her most acclaimed videos expose the alleged evils of the Autism Speaks organization, and you'll find comments that mention these videos as the reason why people followed Illuminati in the first place. But the sheer tragedy in Blair weaponizing and mocking somebody's mental health is that this wasn't even the first time she did it.
Robert here, better known as your geeky tipster. And
This is amazing. The reason she left, I mean, on some respects it is petty. Yeah, I mean it's petty on Illuminati's side. I think getting butthurt about, like, I don't know. I have to have really thick skin because I'm a YouTuber, right? So I don't really get butthurt about people insulting me and shit, right? Because can you? I mean, I get thousands of comments and all that a day. So my perception of compliment to insult ratio is completely different. Remember how she said she had a lack of personality? She has a personality. It's just not a good one. And again, yet another tipster mention. Oh my God, I cannot get away from him. Jesus fucking Christ.
I think it's time for some serious changes.
And isn't this burger picture, didn't Vault make this? Or was it Rico who made this, Xylee? One of them, whoever came up with the burger neck joke. No, wasn't it Low Tier God who came up with the burger neck joke? I can't fucking remember. I'm sorry, I have like this weird, like, eldritch knowledge of drama. I can't fucking keep it all together in my brain.
As many of you know, I am a longtime sufferer of anxiety and depression. It's an ongoing struggle that I—
Oh my God, we got a clip of her attacking Tipster. Oh my God. Oh my God.
often deal with.
I do.
Everything is connected, guys. Everything is connected. This is what we call the dimensional merge that Chris Chan was talking about.
I don't.
What you just heard was one of the videos Blair deleted from Tommy's channel of her doing a...
Okay, it was Low Tier God. Yeah, Low Tier God came up with the tipster burger neck joke. Oh my God. And then Chris Angel, no. I get what you mean. You know, it's the problem with text, but I understand what you mean now. None of your damn business. Welcome to being a station manager. I appreciate it.
Mocking reading of one of Tipster's private mental health posts and making fun of it while her
my
friends...
God, we're not getting away from this stream without talking about Tipster, are we? Okay, all right. Here's the thing about Tipster, and it's a really quick anecdote, right? So Tipster shares his struggles about everything with everyone. And on one hand, it's like, okay, it's important to be emotionally available. But what I mean is that Tipster would have e-girls, and then he would DM them his personal struggles despite not really knowing these people. And he would use them as like vents. Oh, Xylee Gets Real has also become a member. Welcome to being a big dog. I appreciate it. You're a real one, Xylee. But yeah, so that would be an example of that. So Tipster would do all that shit. Or here's a recent example. Tipster will talk about how he used to be an alcoholic and how he's better now. And then he'll do streams where if you pay him money, he'll do a shot, right? But he's not an alcoholic now. He's fixed. Or Tipster recently came out to defend one of his e-girls, So it's like watered down Boogie a little bit. No matter how far you run, Diesel, Tipster will always return. Okay, one of these e-girls liked... this is such a stupid drama. One of these e-girls liked a picture of Lolicon, right? And for no reason whatsoever, Tipster put himself in the middle of this drama where she was getting accused of liking Lolicon. And he said, it's not Lolicon. When they asked the artist, who's from Japan, somebody sent a translated message asking if it was a Lolicon. They got blocked. And, you know, my rule for Lolicon is if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a duck. That's it, right? I can't describe it to you, but I know it when I see it. This was that. And Tipster put himself in the middle of this to defend his chick. No reason to defend her whatsoever. But he risked his everything on it. Well, I still subbed to Tipster, but hearing this made me question about his intentions. Again, there is so much with Tipster, but this is just an example, right? I don't remember who, but someone said he probably followed one of the lesser-known alcoholic recovery programs that teach you it's okay to go back to the addiction in moderation. Yeah, it was like it was really stupid. It was covered on like a bunch of commentary streams, and I don't know why he put himself in the middle of that. Yeah. What's another one? Oh shit, there's so many with Tipster. He can be often wishy-washy with his opinions. You know, there's like tons of stuff.
Laugh and she cracks jokes.
Self too far. Over the past few years, I've dealt with many things in my personal life that have been both stressful and contributed to further progressing my anxiety and depression.
Yo, Tipster's depression would have gotten to the octagon.
Oh my god. Okay, so that's Nicholas the Oreo you're also hearing on there. Nicholas the Oreo, been a big detractor of Tipster.
Tonight, I had the worst anxiety attack of my life. I didn't get much sleep last night due to...
Listen, I don't know much of anything about Tipster, but I know that Blair is f***ing disgusting for this.
Oh my god. Swoop, I will tell you that literally everybody has started mocking Tipster for this stuff. Because the way Tipster acts, it's like the perpetual victim bullshit that Boogie does. Right? I don't know if you guys saw the interview between Boogie and Turkey Tom. But he's like a perpetual victim. He can't take responsibility for his actions. If there's enough like want for it, we'll watch that interview after we're done with this. But yeah, that's why do they cackle like hyenas? It's not that funny. Listen, when you know Tipster, it suddenly gets a lot more funny.
Mock someone's mental health, to mock someone who very bravely shared what he was dealing with in a post that was vulnerable and honest and attacking no one is beyond trash. And then for her
oh my god, Swoop, if you knew. If you knew. Tipster has a problem where he uses randoms or like women on the internet as like a sounding board, and that's just, you don't do that. Just don't do that, period. Just don't do that.
build a platform under the guise of being a mental health advocate.
Yeah, it's less mocking and more hypocrisy, I think. Yeah, no, it is hypocrisy, because it's like Blair does one thing and then says another, you know.
When this is what you do, you've had a history of this, is beyond comprehension. And not just a history, you're actively doing it now, literally in your response video to this, by bringing up Wonder's mental health. Like, I don't know how anyone would trust a word from her after hearing this stuff and like never having addressed it. For years following the
Did Tipster ever go against other people's mental health? Now, I don't have an encyclopedic knowledge of Tipster right now, but I'd bet money that he probably has.
of all of the videos on his channel, Tommy would bring up the incident with Blair deleting his content, usually, you know, joking about it with his guests and trying to claim that it didn't really bother him all that much. But on May 23rd, 2023, a few days ago, Tommy finally dropped a video directly addressed to Blair.
Yeah. No. This isn't like a criticism against Swoop. I can't ask her to know all of the pedantic, ridiculous drama with every single commentary person on planet Earth. You know, it's like, Tipster in the last 6 months has become friends with Keffels, which, you know, take that for what you will. There's a lot I could say about Keffels as well. But it just makes like if you know about the lore behind Keffels and some of the stuff that she gets up to, and then you see that she hangs out with Tipster, like recently people have been saying, Tipster, you're going to have a falling out with Keffels, right? And so her and Keffels tried to stage a fake beef that nobody fell for. and nobody fell for it. And the Tipster lore video is gonna go crazy. Dude, you have no fucking idea. You have no fucking idea. like I can't bro, Keffels? Yes. What did Keffels say recently? Keffels said that she said slurs because she was on coke. Apparently, being on coke makes you a bigot. So you just do a line, and all of a sudden you're like, I'm gonna say a slur. But yeah, like there's so much. I can't even. I can't even get into it. There's so much. Guys, you know who Edwin DaCosta and homeboy Edwin? Oh boy. That's another one recently who's been oof. Point is, yeah, this isn't a thing against Swoop. You just can't ask any YouTuber to know all this drama without making it their life. Like, it's literally my life to know all the useless, pedantic, stupid information about these people. So, is Keffels as flip-floppy on her ideologies as Blair is? No, fucking Keffels is like a whole other can of worms. A very multifaceted can of worms that I, again, have not enough time to get into. But like, if you like my reporting or you trust my judgment, I would not trust Keffels as far as I could throw her, okay? That's just me personally. What did Edwin do recently? Guys, I get very easily distracted. Yes. I saw the Ludwig Willie Mack beef. I saw that as well. I almost did a stream about that.
I haven't really watched much about Blair in these last couple weeks since she decided to completely melt down on her career and show the world how she's behaving. Literally just kind of proved my worst suspicions that I spoke out loud, 3-4 years ago. Blair, this message is absolutely for you. I know we're never going to speak again, and I actually thought about writing you. I wish this never happened to you. I don't feel sorry for you because you did, but because I really liked you. I thought we were friends, and I don't like seeing somebody that I used to kind of tout as, oh wow, they came through me. Completely self-destruct like this and cause so much misery for so many other people. Even when the whole thing went down, I said it, it was done.
I'm showing you all of this just to make the point that no matter how edgy Tommy C's show was, this is clearly the statement.
I don't even think Tommy's that edgy, to be honest. I really don't. I mean, when I mentioned Ethan Ralph before, that's edgy, right? That's like actually edgy. Like, Tommy's not like a bigot or a racist or a homophobe or anything like that. Right, he's not that person. He's just not. Ethan Ralph, on the other hand, oh boy, ain't that a can of worms? But let's just go show you, like, it's a small internet, guys.
Of a guy that was profoundly hurt by something Blair did. Somebody he considered a friend who not only betrayed him, but proceeded to never speak to ever again as she got bigger and bigger in the YouTube world. He also alleges that not only has he heard Blair say the R slur herself.
Do I have the proof? No, I think he said the R slur in front of me multiple times.
But she may in fact be apolitical, something that I think matters since Blair up until recently was literally a political commentator on a political podcast called The Leftist Mafia. I can't make this up.
I got news for the leftist.
Oh man. Diesel, if you see this, I'm sorry if I'm distracting you again, but what's the Ludwig Willie Math show beef? What's that about? Hold on, I'll pull it up. Let's go on a tangent, guys. Were you ever on the Kill stream? It was kind of... It wasn't before my time, right? But I, did I run in a different group? I've definitely watched Ethan Ralph before when I was younger, but that's about it. But no, I was not on a Kill stream. It was before what? Before Ralph got crazy? Let's see if I can find it. I'm looking for it. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter at FPS Diesel, you should. All right, anyway. So, Jesus, this is like a whole fucking discourse. I'm not getting into this full discussion right now. I'm just describing the beef. So, Willie Mack is responding to this clip, right? Because there are some creators that think I am you're directly responsible for the totality of your audience, right? So if you guys, because of my reporting on Illuminati, go and harass Illuminati, then I'm responsible for your actions. Despite me saying, don't harass Illuminati, of which I'm telling you right now, don't do it, right? Gotta go. Have a great stream, Diesel. Thank you for stopping by, Xylee. But yeah. So that's basically the gist of it, right? Is I tell you not to harass her, you go do it anyway. All of a sudden, I'm responsible for your actions, right? And this is in regards to this clip, right? So I'll play it now for everybody.
Clear that I am absolutely responsible for my audience. If you want to, look out for people who are red flags, it's definitely people who had my mentality that say, I'm not responsible for what my audience does.
I completely agree. And there are so many fucking content creators out there that just leave that at the door. They turn on, they go in their computer and they do their content and do this. And the second they're offline, they just let the snowball go down the hill. You are absolutely responsible for your audience and what they're saying and doing and what's happening in different discords and stuff. You have to. No one else can be. You are the mother that birthed that audience, right? They are a reflection of you. It makes me sick to think of what you guys might say and do in other channels. That's why I'm very strict here, right?
Okay. So this is fuck, I want to give this opinion, but I'm just gonna not give it right now and save it for a separate stream. Okay. So Willie responded to that, and he said, you're not responsible for your audience unless you directly tell them to do something. They're their own people. If you have 100,000 viewers, statistically speaking, one of them is going to be unhinged. If 99 people like sarcastic humor and 100th person doesn't get it, is that my fault? No, it's theirs for being an idiot. We cannot stupid-proof the world, otherwise we won't be able to do anything, all right? And Ludwig responded to it. Oh my God. Right? The argument that statistically 1 in 100,000 people will be unhinged, so you bear no responsibility on the other 9,999 is incredibly weak. And then Willie responded to Ryan Beard, who's a fucking political grifter. I think Swoop wasn't meaning to do any commentary on the victims in this story, just to criticize Blair as a hypocrite and a pattern of abusive behavior. I hope that doesn't get lost here. No. Yeah. No, nobody's getting lost on that, 100%. No, I think Swoop's reporting on this has been the best. I have been bitching about commentary channels extending the runtime of their video while not showing any information. My video is 40 minutes. It shows a lot of information, right? But somebody could make a video on this that's an hour long and show less information than me, and I have a problem with that. Swoop has a 2-hour-long video, and it's filled with the totality of information up until this point. That is a good video, right? And it's important to do stuff like that. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. So Ludwig responded and basically said, cringe opinion, bro. I'm not going to elaborate on this other than just repeat what I said on Twitter. So I'm just going to repeat it now. Right? The idea that creators can lead their audience to be bad people runs a similar vibe to the video games cause violence. The rules of how to operate as a normal sympathetic person should be self-evident. Creators put an unreasonable amount of value into what they do. Obviously, parasocial idiots exist. I'm not going to change for them. But it seems for some creators, the parasocial relationship feeds their egos. Quote, I'm responsible for you. I birthed you. I do not know you. Figured I would add an extra tweet, but there's a whole other discussion about not spreading misinformation on purpose or making calls to action to harass. In a modern landscape, people go online for info. It's in everyone's best interest, not just creators, to be truthful. I'll also say I try to live by what I say in my videos, be honest, be kind, but not be a pushover, call out fuckwits, exercise. No one would listen if I didn't follow the values I express to others. That's my opinion on it. Yeah, Swoop's videos have a lot of information. Okay. So, I can't get into everybody's shit, right? And I'm not saying I'm perfect, but sometimes creators like to just, especially in drama and politics, right? You got to understand, guys. I'm a drama YouTuber. People get into this, right? People get into internet discourse, right? And they extend themselves further than they need to, right? And as a result of that, they end up looking stupid, right? I think it would help Mr. Beard to say more by saying less. You know what I mean? Engaging in every single kind of internet discourse opens up avenues for people to make you look like an idiot. You want to steelman your positions against individuals online. And for some reason, Mr. Beard has decided it's his job to fucking argue with everybody online on Twitter, which is stupid. And also, in this argument, I will also say he didn't make a very good take. But this is like a complete other discussion, right? But this is the problem with like YouTube politics, where people will hold a position not because it's like reasonable, but because it's part of politics, and we're playing a political game. And that's like another angle, right? On a past stream, I talked about that with Lance, where Lance was framing his business as a cooperative, right? Despite him being the boss of his employees, he was saying it was a cooperative. And I just found that very funny because it wasn't the reality of what was happening. Honestly, Diesel, we aren't parasocial enough. Forget my username now. No. He's not a scammer. Yeah, he just needs to touch grass. He needs to touch grass badly. Mr. Beard, who's Mr. Beard? Political commentator person. Think Sean Vids, Big Joel, ContraPoints. Think those people. God damn, I have like a psychotic level of knowledge about this random bullshit. Oh my god. YouTube recommended you to me probably because of the comment I said on your Blair video. Like, oh, that's how you feel? You like this guy. I'd unsubscribe from the surfs after the Illuminati saga. Yeah. I 100% get that. The thing is Lance took like 2 L's, right? So Lance had that horrible video he put out defending Illuminati, and then the same day he went to debate Tim Pool, and that Tim Pool debate was a fucking disaster. Oh, for example, and now I'm shitting on Lance, but in the past, Lance had a debate against a eugenics person, a guy who supported eugenics, and Lance couldn't argue away from that. And kind of related to Killstream and Ethan Ralph, but have you ever watched Mr. Medicare? What are your thoughts on him? I mean, obviously he's like super base from 4chan, but he is more reasonable of a person in that he acts like a normal person and not like one of those psychopathic like online people, right? But he's like gone now, right? Because he's dealing with like cancer and shit. So there's that. Diesel, you told me directly that they weren't dating last stream. Yeah. So like Lance bungled his entire debate. Well, Lance is just bad at debating, period. I think he should not do that. I think he could be a good advocate, but I don't think he's a good debater. He's not a master debater. I don't know why Lance thinks he needs to be the one to debate all these people. I mean, I personally wouldn't sit down to even talk to a eugenics expert, who I should mention, this eugenics person that he was talking to allegedly got money from Jeffrey Epstein. And Lance couldn't argue against that guy. And I should also mention that I heard about this guy the eugenics guy, I heard about him getting money from Jeffrey Epstein on a video where he was talking to Richard Spencer. You know, the neo-Nazi. They want to debate everyone because they have a savior complex. Yes. 100% yes. 100%. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, I know. I'm dropping bombshells today. I just gotta calm down and stop doing that, right?
Mafia, she's more than likely apolitical. I remember her talking about her sister, just kind of like rolling her eyes, sort of symbolically in the conversation about what a dopey leftist she was, like what a nut. I don't think she believes anything left or right. I think she believes in YouTube.
I don't think she believes in anything left or right. I think she believes in YouTube. That statement to me is...
That's 100% true. That's 100% true. I'm just unsub tipster for now. Man, I didn't make you do that. Okay, you're a person of your own action. Speaking of this, remember Sargon of Akkad? You know he's a flat earther now? All right, anyway, moving on.
Blair in a nutshell. Almost every...
Oh, wait, did you know that Sargon of Akkad became a flat earther after talking to Eric Dubai? Eric Dubai, who is this closeted neo-Nazi and flat earther? Okay, anyway, moving on.
Every incident we've covered here today that Blair's been a part of, and even the incidents that, I won't even be able to get into, all relate back to Blair's seemingly insatiable desire to make it on YouTube, no matter who she has to crush or how. This even includes situations that were happening at the same time as the Tommy C incident, such as her r/botnet controversy on her copy strike allegations. Now, I honestly couldn't find a whole lot about those situations, but FPS Diesel covered them pretty succinctly.
For example, she accused a Reddit YouTuber of subbotting. This YouTuber is known as r/. Now, personal opinion here, I think she just happened to be correct about the subbotting. Her video on it is genuinely really bad and amounts to 1 point of data that is not a good video.
There's a new channel that's popped up and is gaining traction, and
said it's up and coming creators, but then she says she did some digging into their analytics, and it's like, just think about it. If you thought someone's growth was awesome, why would you ever feel the need to dig into their stats, let alone actually do it? Like, that doesn't to me sound like creator support. That sounds like just jealousy that manifests into acting on that jealousy. Allegedly.
After this video, what's interesting is that allegedly, Blair makes the claim that r/ doxed her and swatted her parents. The reality is, I don't know if it's true, and
Chris Angel 89 has become a gas station attendant. Welcome to the station.
and I personally don't know if I believe it.
Many things that Blair has done to further herself on YouTube has perceivably hurt people, or in the instance of things that I have watched, seems to be like false. We saw it with The Click and Wonder and Oz Media and even Tommy C, a guy who presents himself as not giving a shit about anything, but even I felt some feels when he said this.
I hope things work out for you. I mean that. I just hope you don't ever do that again. I hope if you get it back, you realize you probably don't have to operate like that. You're supposed to help people. You're supposed to like get them 1 million subs. That's how it works. And you presented yourself as one of those people, and you never did that, not once. Good luck, Blair. Good luck to you. Don't call me. I can't trust you. I hope someone learns to. I mean that.
All this small drama that had boiled over into a years-long vendetta.
Why am I helium? If this ever happens again in a future swoop, you don't need to do it for me. All right, I'm not going to flag your video. I'm not going to do it. This goes for all YouTubers. I will not flag your video if you use me. I will not flag your stream. I will not do any of that. Not going to happen. I'm not going to do it to you.
YouTubers. And so the two channels I offered up were Tommy C and Nicholas.
Everyone meet Madison, more popularly known as Cruel World Happy Mind. So back in 2020, Madison...
Dude, you know Cruel World Happy Mind's gonna make a video now. There's no fucking way. She must have seen this. There's no fucking way she didn't see this.
Was a relatively brand new YouTuber covering anti-MLM content in a casual, conversational, yet deeply researched way. So the part of the story that I'm about to tell you takes place before Social Blade monitored Madison. That's how long ago this was. According to various sources, in April 2020, Madison had less than 20,000 subscribers when she made the video Tyra Banks had her own MLM makeup line. Now, if you're familiar with Madison's content, it's actually pretty cool to see an early...
She beyond credited me, 100%. Like, it would be funny if she only pitched it to Diesel.
more, condensed version of the deep dives that she does today, while it still feels very much like, her current content.
She would have created that financial freedom and achieved those goals sooner.
So scammy.
The video goes into an obscure controversy surrounding Tyra Banks' own multi-level marketing makeup line. It's a brief deep dive into the controversy surrounding it, but it's a well-made video, and you might be wondering, Swoop, girl, why are we talking about Madison? Where's the tea on Blair? Well, a couple months after Madison posted this video, something interesting started happening in Madison's comments and DMs. People started telling her that they loved her Tyra Banks video, but also that Illuminati had posted her own Tyra Banks MLM video, and it seemed pretty similar to Madison's, almost as if Illuminati had allegedly plagiarized her. Now, unlike Blair, Madison did not go public with these allegations on Twitter. In fact, if you dig through the comments on Madison's video, you won't even find the original comments anymore, leading me to believe that they may have been removed, which if so is, a very graceful thing for Madison to have done. Then Madison very diplomatically sent Blair a message on Instagram.
With this video, I am really surprised I haven't gotten a cease and desist. I know I've been joking about it, but I'm really surprised I haven't gotten a letter. I am very surprised that I have escaped this with no repercussions.
Saying this, quote, "I'm a really small YouTuber who has been really inspired by the content you make. I got a few messages about the video you posted about Tyra."
Time is a flat circle, guys. Time is a flat fucking circle.
Is MLM because I've done a video on that topic. I'm really happy you're spreading more awareness on this topic, but it did low-key feel like a lot of what was said in the beginning of the video, it was really similar to the things I discussed regarding Tyra's MLM and her controversies. Coincidence happen, and I'm sure as a larger YouTuber, you're...
Yeah, Madison does seem really polite and super nice. Our email correspondence was really cool and really good. I really respect how Madison has handled it, with me especially.
Accused of stealing content from people you've never ever heard of or seen before, so I get it. If this message comes across that way with the intention of just being open and honest, I was really hurt by the video though, because you're someone who has really inspired me and the content I make. So I wanted to reach out and hopefully have an honest but positive discussion on it all. Message, then weeks, then months, and Blair never responded to the message. By Madison's recollection, she was disappointed, but it wasn't a huge deal. She shot her shot, didn't get a response, and moved on. Or at least she did until September 10th, 2020.
Something I recently learned apparently is there is this whole anti-MLM community, right? I kind of thought I was on my own little island doing my own thing. Maybe that's my own ego. I don't watch their anti-MLM videos because I don't want to know what other people are saying or other people think. I don't want it influencing what I do.
What you're listening to is the Double Cleanse podcast, a podcast Blair was interviewed on regarding her anti-MLM content. Aside from the fact that it's quite ridiculous.
Hello, we've been trying to reach you regarding your car's extended warranty.
Oh, yo, what up, Slaw? Let me guess, my BMW is extended warranty is expired.
For her to claim that she wasn't even aware there was an anti-MLM community out there, especially since some of her Reddit content literally read from the anti-MLM subreddit. That's not the main reason I'm digging this up. This is...
I'm gonna try and keep it vague so
that she had
Yeah,
multiple
we saw this in my
Copy
video.
that Blair
There we go.
copied her, nor did she ask for credit. It is so grossly irresponsible to me for Blair to not only shame a creator who was smaller than her, but to then
Yeah, that was
put
cringe. Like, we're talking about, like, the orders of magnitude difference between Blair and Madison is, like, insane. The fact that she took shots at Madison was so, like, ridiculous.
very strategic words in her mouth that she never said, all to set Blair up as a victim of false accusations, allegedly. I can only imagine how Madison felt hearing this.
She sources me. She uses me as a source in her videos, for one, so I found it kind of funny. And she...
Yeah, the type Blair doesn't clarify that. Couldn't we've channeled to Ben asking to talk about it because some people in her audience were suggesting it. And what we now know is allegedly typical Blair fashion. She is instead talking to the internet to potentially slander somebody who has a concern with her instead of just talking it out.
Obviously, the first thing I did before even looking at her videos is I went to look at her sourcing list, because I think that's really important, is what do you use? And she had 5 sources. You know, I have to use a pastebin document because I have anywhere 30 to 70 sources per video. I don't play around. But she had like 5 sources.
You know, having 30 to 70 sources in a video does not even mean you have enough quality sources. Having a lot of sources does not mean that they're quality. I mean, that's just really like anybody who's ever written an academic paper understands the value of a good source versus a bad source. Like just having a lot doesn't mean anything. Like a lot of it is probably redundant. Like there's no reason to include 30 of the source about, I don't know, food poisoning statistics, because the statistics are going to be the same.
You know, one was Wikipedia, one was BuzzFeed, one was like TMZ or something.
Oh my god. The most, you know, oh god.
Yeah. And this is a really interesting take from Blair in general, because now she's attacking Madison's credibility by saying Madison uses lesser or worse sources like Wikipedia, which is funny to me, since that's literally one of the first sources listed on Blair's Tyra Banks video. Okay, let's just point that out. The truth is, some
source, I've got boxes full of Pepe.
Someone noticed your video was a little similar to hers, asked you, and instead you're smearing her. The f are we doing here, Blair?
And then she sits down for a video, maybe 30-40 minutes long, drinks a coffee, is distracted the whole time, and just gives her opinion on how she feels about things. And
Oh, hi, sorry. Didn't know Blair was still prattling on about this.
And I said, you cannot believe for 1 second, ma'am, that I am copying you.
I guess what I'm curious about is, what are you fighting against? This is literally months after you allegedly copied elements of her video. For the millionth time, you did not have to do this.
And then she deleted the DM after a couple days, but I kept the screenshot.
Yeah.
And I was like, I will remember this. I won't say anything, but
I
I'll
will
remember.
this. I will remember this. Beautiful, beautiful Blair. What a fucking genius. See what I mean? Like I said it earlier when as a Stan was here. She keeps files on everyone. Everybody she feels wronged her, she's got a file on. I hope I have a file. I hope I'm there. Am I there? Blair, am I in your hard drive of people you want to do say mean things to? I hope I'm in your files.
I've screenshotted everyone.
It didn't take long for Madison to discover this podcast, and to put it lightly, she wasn't happy. So she made a video in response.
Later, Kat.
This video actually has since been deleted, but most of it still exists in a stream that Tipster did
months and months ago in June.
I hold on. I should say that I have this full video. I have the full video, by the way. Swoop's team should reach out to people. You should have reached out. I would have given you the full fucking file. There's even more than what anybody covered, right? There's more than what Tipster has in his video. There's more than what I covered in my video.
And I, out of the blue, started getting a ton of messages from people.
This video is on BitChute. Okay? It's publicly available on BitChute.
People saying that this creator copied my video, saying they made a ton of similar points. So getting messages like that freaked me out.
I never accused
didn't know of this whole story, there were no sources on this person's video. The only thing it had in the description was in parentheses.
I have files on top of files, guys. I have all the Pepe Silvias.
Sources coming soon.
Sources coming soon? What happened to that 60s, 70s source paste bin, Blair? Ah! Now, to be fair, those sources are for sure up on that video now, conveniently, but by Madison's account, discovering that was in commentary community have a lot of overlap, and the vast majority of the time we're covering, you know, the same or similar topics because there's a huge public interest for those specific topics. Opinions are going to overlap and research as well. You know, I've done a topic that someone else did and vice versa. That's literally how the world of journalism and commentary work, and the more coverage of the same topic, great. The important stories get told, which is like the most important thing. We all become more educated, and it raises all ships in the ocean, as Legal Eagle mentioned at the beginning. And I think it's really funny that we're this far into this doc, and I'm just now realizing I don't think Blair actually knows what plagiarism is. Anyways, it turns out that Blair didn't just talk on a podcast.
For some reason, this message made this larger creator think it's okay to go on a podcast and spread completely false information, as well can't be taught that you've and
let's go forward.
With Blair accusing other creators of inorganic growth so often. Like, what's the deal with the paranoia? And why is it any of her business? Like, again, I keep coming back to a pretty simple conclusion. Blair seems to be a very jealous, envious person and has been catty enough to try and tear down honest creators for the sake of feeding her insecurities and jealousy, allegedly. What I think makes it even worse is how Madison still tried to make things right with Blair. According to that video, Madison sent out at least 2 other longer messages trying to clear things up with Blair.
Right, she says, hey, I think I need to clear some things up with you, obviously because I feel tweeting. She was tweeting about doing a live stream on Twitch debunking some claims made against her. And a lot of people knew exactly what this was. She was going to respond to the time.
Trust me, I know. However, Blair had 751,000 subscribers. So with nearly 10 times as many followers, Blair was punching down,
she did. I was like, did she talk about the Cruel World response? Because I was like, okay, I reached out to Cruel World Happy Mind. I hope she includes that.
I wasn't there. What I am saying is that Blair tweeted that she was gonna live stream about a small creator, and that creator then deleted their video and stopped talking about Blair. Funny how that works. Real quick, Madison, if you ever see this, I hope you feel validated in what happened.
Oh my God, you know, Madison's got to feel great about this too. I can't imagine everybody not feeling good about this.
I haven't seen much of your work, but I've seen like a couple of pieces that you've done, and I think you're great. Like, keep doing what you're doing. I feel like your integrity really shines through, and you just, we love to have people like you on this platform. Now, the story of Madison and Blair happened 2 years ago in YouTube times that, you know, may as well have been the 1820s. So both of them moved on after this. Madison moved on to bigger and better things, cleaner videos, and a much higher subscriber count. And Blair moved on to allegedly over every friend she's ever made. Character growth. Yeah. And that story would have just stopped there.
Oh, man. Swoop, this is a really good video. This is really, really fucking good. I am genuinely impressed. I haven't watched this whole thing. Obviously, we've been here. I've only watched about a quarter of it. But yeah, it's a good video. This is really, really good.
Then FPS Diesel interviewed Madison about the situation.
Reached out to Madison, and she hasn't spoken.
Oh my God, I've been chipmunked, guys. Oh my God, I hate that. Yeah, those are the words. All the there we go.
Fred, welcome to Petty University, aka honorary doctorate. Give this woman her flowers. After the interview with FPS, this situation with Madison went from being a minor
She probably doesn't get to the Oz thing because that happened like way later than this video.
Note in Blair's YouTube career.
It would have been done already.
Full cycle defining experience of her life here, which leaves me with one question.
We also decided that based on how the past few weeks went, every month our audience will vote on which one of us gets kicked off the show.
Blair, How do you think it's okay to just ignore holding yourself accountable on any front to these people? Literally every single instance you've been called out for.
Yeah, this has been absolutely like insanely
like you've come close to taking the L
terrible.
and moving on.
Like Blair's fucked. She's fucked. Like there's just no coming back from this. Swoop. There you go. But yeah, this is Chipmunk Diesel. Like there's no way Blair can come back from this, right? There's just no way. She's fucked. This is it. Like this period, end of conversation. Like you can't come back from it at all. The level of damage that Blair has accrued by her stupid decisions. Oh, here's a video if you guys want to watch it after the stream ends. Just to open in another tab. I think Swoop did an amazing video with this. It's really, really good. And that should be commended, you know? Fucking there's a lot of really shit videos on this, and I was really frustrated with the amount of ones that were bad. But I am happy to have played a part in it. You know, I'm happy to have played a part. Let's check out her channel. Let's check out Illuminati's channel, shall we? Holy shit, she uploaded a video
PETA
a day ago.
Recently when
This girl is fucking hilarious. Oh my god, the like to dislike ratio, let me add to that. Fucking the psychological abuse is still abuse. Oh my god. Oh my god, Blair lied, backstabbed, this, that, and the other thing. She's still doing it. Give her a Nobel Prize for this. Oh my god. You fostered a community that calls out bad businesses and people. You know we won't ignore this, Blair. We want an actual explanation. Blair destroyed herself, remember that? PETA. Like she's trying real hard to cover her ass. Right, 1.48 mil. She keeps going down. It's a rough day for Illuminati, guys. All right, this video has 1 million views. Look at the view drop off. I can't believe she's still breaking 100K. To be honest, this is an insane drop off, though. Like, make no mistake about it. This is not a good look on her channel at all. On the back end, it affects your metrics severely. Right. This saga has been a great sequel to Creepshow. 100%. 100%. It keeps getting worse. It keeps getting worse.
This saga has been a great sequel to Creepshow.
For real. I think we could go. I have a feeling we're gonna learn some more before this is over. I don't think this is over. Can't imagine anyone who would work or trust her, but there's always a new arena to grift or move to. You know, it'd be really funny if Blair all of a sudden became a super right-leaning person. That would be so funny. You know, she decided to grift on the other side because shit, man. Ollie London was able to do it. Why not Blair? That's the level of person we're comparing Blair to now. Ollie London. But it is really bad. I can't. There's just no coming back from this, right? There's no coming back from this. Blair's in, yeah. She loses subs every time she posts a video. The thing is that some people still don't know about this, you know, so they're never gonna know anything. There's a Discord server link again. It's been a while since I plugged it, so I'm plugging it again. But let's see. Did anything else happen while I was streaming? I think the Ollie London approach would be interesting. I think it would be interesting, too. Illuminati goes girl defined. Oh, my gosh. Next video, why I left the left. Guys, stop giving her ideas. We know that she's in the chat listening. Come on. I wouldn't be surprised if she went that way. They'll redeem her there. Oh, my God. Hot take, but I don't see a problem being apolitical or centrist. Yeah, just as long as you don't grift. No, I 100% agree. I mean, I would probably consider myself centrist. I think most people do consider themselves centrist. But the thing is that in online discourse, you have to be the extreme one. Diesel IRL, thoughts on the situation as a whole now that you've watched Swoop's video? Okay, my thoughts as a whole. My thoughts are as a whole regarding Blair is really that if I were her, and listen, I've talked with a friend of Yandere Devs about doing the PR to fix his image, right? Blair needs to fix her image, and every time she issues more legal, that ruins her chance of redemption, right? So here's what you do. You retract those cease and desist. You do not pursue it legally. You issue a video explaining that you have some strong issues with your self-image or something like that. And then you leave. And then you come back and you get back to working on it and you stop doing what you're doing. Right? But the thing is that's not going to happen. Right? Illuminati is a type of person who loves herself too much, right? We've seen this. There's a lot of creators who they get really big and they love themselves, and that's fine. It's important to be confident about yourself, right? What makes it hard is that people in YouTube, and I said this when I was talked on that tangent about Willie Mack and Ludwig, many people in this field value themselves more than they should, and they disassociate from real people so much that they think the world operates in a way that is not normal, okay? I honestly don't wish I had to do like a normal job. I wish I wasn't doing all those like rat race wage slave bullshit. I wish I could be financially stable, be able to do this full time, all that. You know, I long for that. I pine for that. So that way I can do something good with myself, right? But the point is that I think those experiences keep me humble. And I think Blair has forgotten what those experiences are. And it makes you not a normal person, right? It makes you unable to relate to people. She might become a landlord and local right-wing celebrity. Remind me of 5 years. But I do think that a lot of it comes to her, you know, being stuck in a very internet-centered mindset. Being lost in that kind of world and thinking that life is that, you know. It's very easy to get corrupted with the compliments and the love. I think a reason that streamers get really full of themselves is like, look, I have 211 people here. All of you are, I mean, for the most part, have been gassing me up. Nobody's saying, like, nobody's insulting me or being a dick to me. Let's magnify that. Let's say you have 1 million people watching you. Let's say you have 60,000 people watching you live. And they're all complimenting you, or you're crying about a drama, and they're complimenting you. Imagine what that does to your brain, what that thinks of yourself. Blair does content that's considered high effort, like educational. Blair looks smart in those videos, right? Blair looks smart in those videos. As a result of that, people say, oh, Blair's smart. So Blair probably thinks that she's really smart, but she's not. At most, she's average, you know? Diesel is stinky. I smell good. This VOD will be up. Yeah. And I'm recording it anyway in case she takes it down. It's okay. You can say Dream and George Not Found. Oh yeah, didn't they have a drama recently? They had something recently. I was thinking more like Hassan, XQC, or Mizkif, but you know, it's whoever's in the news, right? Sounds like another good moment to shout out Mana Potion Coffee so Diesel can become closer to freedom from wage slavery. Woo. Thank you. I appreciate it. And also to be ethical about this shit. Like, I don't want to become a successful YouTuber if it means I ruin people or I become a bad person. You know? She doesn't even write or research her content. Yeah, but a lot of people don't know that. You know? A lot of people aren't aware of it. Right? And as a result of that, they think she's a genius. You know? And it happens all the time. I mean, a majority of my comments are very complimentary, but I think doing videos allows me a level of separation so I don't turn into such a crazy person, right? I think she's intelligent. She's just on the spectrum based on my observation. What do we think Blair's next step? Just more C&Ds? Yeah, probably. The problem with Blair's video is that some of the information presented on her videos are wrong. However, people who aren't savvy on the topic that Blair is talking about wouldn't notice. That's a great point. You know who's another good example of that? Johnny Harris. It's not a fault against Johnny Harris, a great creator, but he's not an expert at some of the things he talks about. And as a result, he has a lot of cases of foot and mouth, right? And the same thing happens with Blair because she's not an expert in these things, right? In fact, she's probably not an expert in most things. In fact, based on what we've talked about in previous streams, I honestly don't think Blair's that good of a businesswoman, personally, as somebody who runs a business. I mean, we just started a business, but I hope it's not like a Dunning-Kruger moment and I'm making like sound financial decisions. A good example is the Vocaloid video that Blair covered. The Vocaloid fans are pissed at that video because of the misinformation. I've heard of that one being a example of her stupidity. If I understood Vocaloid, I would react to it, but I don't, so I'm not. Your commitment to being real within reason and doing things right, like checking sources and being careful with claims, are all great qualities to see in a creator. That's why I keep coming back. Thank you, Eve. I appreciate that. I mean, I would just... Part of it's like... Because I went to school for film, right? But I took a lot of journalism classes, and I had a really good journalism teacher. So it helps. But these are all things that anybody could do, and you don't need an education to do it. I'm not doing anything special. Doesn't she just read a script that someone writes for her? Yes. She's probably always a crap person with insecurity issues. Then YouTube, money, and fame made her lose touch with the reality and insanely inflated her ego. Yeah, that's a good assessment, I think. One of the things that I think, so I made a judgment call on her personality in a past stream, right? If she was a stripper, you know what kind of person she was? She was like that queen bee who like kept all the girlies on lock in the back room as they were getting ready and doing their makeup. That's who she was. She was the queen bee bitch. That's who she was. But, you know, that's just my content of character assessment of her. Her content isn't even high quality. It just has more than the average production value, but the scripts themselves are just bland, derivative, and in some cases factually wrong. Yeah. That's really the problem when you're a creator and you let other people in. You don't want your videos to lose the character associated with them. I mean, even for example, Justin Wang has a writer. He is a very good writer. I think he might have more than one, but he's able to keep his character because he has a hand in it. You know, part of this craft, the artistic craft of making YouTube videos, if we want to call it that. It's not high art, but you know, you have to have a hand in it, right? Have you seen her video, What Science Can Teach Us About Furries, or something like that? I think it's worth looking into. All right, I gotta look that one up right now. About furries. I went to art school, but media criticism was one of my favorite classes. My sister actually majored in journalism. Lots of birds of a feather and such. I didn't mind media criticism, but some of it got absolutely cuckoo bananas. And like a lot of media criticism is just really bad. All right, I went looking for the What Science Can Teach Us About Furries, and I can't find it. Yeah, a lot of YouTube creators are moving to more like production houses, Helen. So that's why. Let's see. I was gonna do a humongous documentary on furries a long time ago, and then I didn't. I may come back to it one day, but yeah, I can't find if this is a video that existed. I unsubbed after I noticed wrong facts in her videos that had to do with the lack of research. Feels like tantamount to writing a ghost writer to write your autobiography. It's you need, because if we're talking about this like film, it's totally cool to have script writers, but you got to make it your own too, right? You have to be able to like act or enunciate. You know, it's a whole process. Like Linus Tech Tips is a whole business, but it's not like when Linus is in the videos, it feels like it's not him. It still feels like him. Didn't you go to BronyCon once? Yes, I did. Illuminati furry. Let's see. No, it's just videos on Illuminati. I'm a furry, ask me anything, Jubilee. Hello, Core. Core wants a wrench. There. But I did go to BronyCon, and no, I cannot find that Illuminati's unhinged. We got a lot of videos on Illuminati, but that's about it. It sounds like something she'd do. In the middle of her cat killer video, she paused to do an ad for herself because she couldn't get a sponsor for that vid. Wish I was kidding.
PETA. What can I say?
Hold on. Where is that? Let's see. I want to be part of the cool kids group. You are, Core. Yeah, I can't find this elusive furry video. And yet it's some anonymous writer doing all the work. Oh yeah, I'm not complaining. It's pretty decent money. I just find it weird when the content revolves around a personality of creator. And yet some anonymous writer doing all the work. It's different if it's personality content versus like content about a specific topic, I think. But PETA.
In 2020,
Sure, let's watch an Illuminati video. I don't think anybody watches this video. It's just everybody coming to dunk on her. Rinny, you are on the broadcast right now. Oh my god.
PETA released an ad campaign that blamed people eating meat for the coronavirus pandemic. The ads, which read, "Tofu never caused a pandemic."
I find it amazing how she didn't address this at all. Oh, doesn't at the end she talks about companies messing up? Oh, wait, no. Oh my god, there's an ad in this?
We live in an increasingly automated world, but some things still require tedious manual work. Luckily for e-commerce business owners, shipping is no longer a manual task thanks to ShipStation. ShipStation makes it easy to automate shipping tasks for orders from every market.
Interesting. I'm surprised she got a sponsor for that. She must have underperformed on it. 100% she underperformed on that. There's no way she wouldn't have. You know? Shit. Her persona is a manatee. Oh man, you're doing manatees wrong. I will say, I feel like there's a lot of people capitalizing on this drama, but aren't bringing anything more to the table besides the same talking points. Yeah, there's a lot of that, but that's with all commentary, right? Her Marilyn Manson video was the worst for me. Sources mostly of Rolling Stone and a Netflix doc, and then at the end, oops, all this might be lies, but that came out too late to go into it. That's ridiculous. I would have trashed the video. Like, I definitely would have trashed the video at that rate, right? But yeah, there's a lot of people who cover drama who, I mean, really, the thing is that they're trying to get to the point, right? Like, when I do long videos like that, it costs me money, right? I don't make as much money when I do that shit. And I'm cool with it. I don't mind, but it definitely can affect me, like, negatively, right? It's a Luca Magnotta video where she's advertising herself. I stopped watching her after that. Hold on. Not Illuminati. I want to see her advertise herself because I just think that's really funny. Here, there we go. Let's This is a very old Illuminati video. Interesting.
This serial killer was supposedly caught in part thanks to one determined Facebook group of internet sleuths. It sounds impressive on. While some consider this a positive because, hey, more eyes on a case is a good thing, plenty of people believe it's dangerous for the internet sleuths without qualifications to start acting like detectives. Now, before we get a bit into this debate, how it affects...
To be honest, her videos could be written by AI. Like, that's how
and of course, what
boring
happened in
they
the first
are.
place, this episode is going to need
Is she still making candles? It's a great question. Let's find out. She has too many fucking things. Secret channel. Streams. Merch. No. Yes, she still has merch.
Trigger warning in front of it. Today's episode will discuss animal abuse, suicide, and murder, so please stay clear of it if you are just not in the mood to handle these types of topics today. So with that being said, let's get into it.
This is 30 minutes of something you could have gotten from fucking Netflix at better quality than her.
And Father Donald Newman in Scarborough, not far from Toronto, and grew
I
up in various
can't
parts of
tell
Canada.
where she would have her sponsor. I think it was like halfway through.
This to be a short investigation. The weapons Luca had used of information. After all, Luca fled the that she went off or OMFG on news articles during the time. It rubs me the wrong way, but we'll get to that in just a moment. Now, this was obviously a...
I have a feeling her scripts are written by the kids in her Discord, so it doesn't have to pay for a professional. I'd hope that they're real professionals. Look at this. Writers. That's so fucking funny.
Very devastating time for Junlin's family. They flew from China to Montreal to meet with the police and officials from Concordia University while stories about the horrors their son endured spread like wildfire. According to her and her friends, to witness these events was not a moment to breathe after kind of dealing with everything we just heard. Now, I know we need a break for today's episode because, my god, is it a rough one. However, I don't actually have a sponsor for today's episode, so you just get to deal with me for a minute. And today, I am just reminding you that I have Twitch, and I'm getting back into live streaming, and I'm just very politely saying, please come hang out with me on Twitch. My Twitch account is Twitch.
I don't think anybody's gonna be hanging out with her on Twitch. It's just a me thing, but I don't think anybody's going to. You know, the soap link. Thank you for that core. A real one right here. All right, here's a Luma Soapy, guys. Luma Soapy, I swear. Okay, so guys, I got an update. Yes, her initial script writers were her Discord mods. I don't know who she has now, says my source. Thank you. Oh, that's funny. She paid them in exposure, guys. It's okay. She gave them $10 dues. Uh-oh, that's not good. Why is this labeled as a scam? Oh my god, is it down? Oh my god, that's so funny. Her soap site is down. Her soap site is down. She couldn't even keep doing a Luma Soapy. She took it down. Your local pyramid-owned soap shop, child labor-free mica, and sustainable gentle ingredients and alternatives. Guys, this soap is child labor-free. Yeah, because Blair made it. I love how it comes up as like a scam. Oh my god, that's beautiful. Yeah, here's her packing the soap. all that. Let's see, she's following 8 people. You got Illuminati. She's following herself. Does she send out? Yeah, she doesn't. Damn. Wow. Her candles would have been here too. I think she gave up on the soap candle thing. Oh, doesn't she run 6 businesses, guys? Illuminati, the Hustlers University. Oh, I run a candle business and a soap business, and also I'm a landlord and a YouTuber. That, fuck you, lady. God. Talk about self-sabotage. Yeah. Well, the thing is people treat stuff like soap making or like candle making as like, oh, this is my business, and really it's like their side hustle. Like I just love, because she was like saying this is one of my many businesses, and it's just her making soap by herself in her free time and then selling it. Nothing against people who make soap for a living, but I'm just saying, like, she presents it in a different way where she tries to make herself sound like a very professional businesswoman, but no, it's just her. I mean, honestly, just making a Shopify shop and then selling soap. But I can't even check now because it's down. Okay. Candle post linking to the candle profile. All right. So here it is. Here's the candle business. Over 1 year later, the candle shop is finally launching today. If you want to check out the site and snag a candle while they're available, I just can't do large batches yet. And make sure to check out the Dunga Dunga at dungadunga.com. All right, here's Nox Investa, which is apparently her candle shop. Experimental fragrances redefining luxury by making sustainable and standard blah, blah, blah. So here's Nox Investa. I bet most of the people who bought her recently reissued limited edition plushies are now regretting it. So here's her candle shop business, apparently. Very nice advertising for candles, I guess. What's experimental fragrances mean, guys? Unless there's like some pussy stank candle, I don't know if anybody wants to buy that. Mana Potion tabletop candle win. I don't know. We haven't even discussed something like that, and listen, I'm not gonna sit down and make a bunch of fucking candles. Like, I can tell you, I'm not doing that. We do have dice coming out, but I actually have to make those. But we can make them in large quantities, so I don't know. I don't say my plush store business is my business. It's what I do very sparingly. Okay, so her site still comes up. Her candle site still comes up. All right. Candle site's still out here. Gamer girl piss. Hold on. How much are these candles? My brother in Christ, these candles better be able to wipe my ass at $65 a pop. Persephone, fucking Empyrean, Adonis, Alexandria. Damn, I better be the fucking library of Alexandria with candles that expensive. Are you fucking kidding me? Koi. Nah, bitch, you ain't playing koi with me. $65 candles? What the fuck are you smoking? I would never charge that much for a candle. That is insane. The upcharge on these candles must be fucking ridiculous. Like you guys, like stuff like this is not 65. It doesn't take $65 to make a candle. It does not. It does not. It does not. It does not. The sensor to cover baby arm-sized poop smell. $65 candles? What the fuck is she smoking, bro? What? I just can't do large batches yet. And make sure to check out Nox Investa. What the fuck? They only use the finest of ingredients. Yeah, okay. Sure, the tightwad ass Illuminati is definitely the... She's a businesswoman, Diesel. You don't understand. What type of fragrance do you love? Wood. Spice. Flower. City. Martini. Charcuterie board. No. That's like so much more than Yankee Candle. Like what? Yeah, no, I agree. What the fuck? Why is it so expensive? You Oh my god. Okay, so first of all, free shipping on all orders $100 and over, right? But you can't get to $100 and over without dropping 65. So you need to buy 2 candles in order to get free shipping on this. So you need to buy 2 candles for shipping. Bro, no wonder she was able to afford all the BMWs. I would love to see an honest review of these candles from someone who bought one. I mean, I do it for the content, but I don't have $65 to spend on a fucking candle. She's definitely going to need that money, though. She just cut off her main paycheck. Pretzel-scented candle is superior. What's Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop candle, right? Like that one's the this candle smells like my vagina candle. Where's this candle smells like the corporate casket candle? Graphic design is my passion. Pay someone else to make her overpriced mini batch candles look more luxury. Yeah, she like paid for like all these professional photo advertising and all this shit. I mean, they're all out of stock, no wonder. Like, look at that. I mean, these are beautiful photos. The shout out to the photographer. They did an amazing job here. I'm sure these are great for your portfolio, but yeesh. No wonder this was flashed as a scam. Oh, the soap website was flashed as a scam. Oh, there's 2 left. Oh, but I gotta buy a fucking $65 candle. I'm not doing that. Guys, imagine paying off your candle as a loan. Imagine taking a loan out to buy a candle. I can take a loan out to buy these candles. Smoking something, man. Oh, but it ships carbon neutral, guys. Your order ships carbon neutral. I thought I was annoying with my, like, you know, I'm fair trade, USDA organic, which, by the way, I can't put those on products unless they meet those qualifications. I have to pay a fee to meet those qualifications, okay? I pay up front. She doesn't pay anything to make it, like, she can say it's sustainable or made, like, all natural, but what does that mean, you know? Like, there's no rule saying I can say it's all natural. Like, what percentage is all natural? I don't need to explain that to you. How much do we got to raise to get you to buy these candles? Well, I don't know. Hold on. Let me, am I going to add this? Dude, I literally don't know if this is going to come to my house if I order it. Site warning, criminal prices ahead. Landlord, more like candle lord.
Landlord, more like candlord.
All right. Hold on, I'm filling out the information right now. Let's see how much money I need. Prob drop shipped. I would not be surprised if it was drop shipped. Hold on. Do you really want to give her your address though? No, I'll send it to the company address. Holy shit. It's $80. $80 plus shipping and handling. Or no, $80 with shipping and handling, right? Because the subtotal is $65 plus $15 in shipping. She's gonna dox you? No, because I'm using a P.O. box, yeah. Oh. Am I really buying the fucking candle right now? Is this really happening? None of your damn business. Fine. Fine. You get it. You donate $100. I guess I'll buy the fucking candle. Hold on. Let me make sure I have money in my account.
Buy the candles.
All right, all right. So this is in stock, right? This is one of two that's in stock. The Adonis candle. I'm a bit of an Adonis myself, so, you know, why not? All right, hold on. I'm making sure I have money in my account. Buy both? Fucking Christ. Buy both candles. Oh, my God. All right, fine.
Buy both.
This is... okay, so we're buying the Adonis candle. Hold on. We're buying the Adonis candle. What's the other candle we're buying, right? They have Adonis, Alexandria, Koi, Empyrean, Gilgamesh, Hestia, Lav 75, Paradisius, Persephone. Which one should I get, chat? Is it like the scent Adonis, or does it actually list the ingredients? Let's find out. Let's see. Citrus zest, cardamom, and saffron. Tobacco, black pepper, tonka bean, bay leaf. My man calls himself that as a joke. Gilgamesh. Lav would want you to buy Lav 75. I don't think I want to invoke Lav. I don't know. Mr. Persephone. Yeah, let's see Persephone. There's two left of these. Queen of the Underworld herself. Well, it heavily plays into the pomegranate scent, the musk, spice, cedar, and saffron. Work to bring the candle's depth. It's proven to be one of the production team's new favorites. Okay. I just want to clarify, we're giving like $150 to Illuminati, okay? Wait, do a poll. Hold on. Here. Engage with you. Start a poll. Hold on. What candle do we buy? Gilgamesh, Persephone, Paradisius. I'm spelling these wrong. What's another one? We'll do those three. How about it? We'll do those three. Diesel, she needs to be money for a new BMW. All right. I know I spelled these wrong. Sue me. All right. All right, guys. Vote on the candle that we purchase. We will see. Oh my God. Shopping stream. Oh my God. Diesel Mesh. Gilgamesh for Pride Month. Yeah, he's the Bara man. My guy feeling is you'll never get the candles delivered. Okay, then I'll do a chargeback and then I'll get my fucking money back. You know, guys, I really, now I need to make a fucking video about these fucking candles in order to recoup. Granted, I am breaking even. Thank you for the fucking donating $100, guys. That's like fucking beautiful. None of your damn business. And Slaw, you guys are fucking badasses, bro. Fucking real G maneuvers, you know, top G right there. For 100 overpriced candles, you can get one narcissistic Polygon, a new BMW for addiction. No. Dude, we the next Illuminati stream I will do, which there will be another Illuminati stream, I'm reviewing the candles. Like I said, she can't send you a cease and desist if you buy these candles. Oil prices in the chat. Oil prices in the chat, yeah. Let's see, close that. Hold on. I gotta make sure. I gotta make sure I have a balance in my account. I don't have enough in my account yet. There we go. Transfer that money. There we go. All right, it's looking like Gilgamesh is the winner. Diesel, I hope whoever does your taxes hears about this lunacy. Well, I have some news for you. I do my taxes. Okay, so it looks like we're buying Gilgamesh. Here, let me go and get it. That's what credit cards are for. Yeah, well, I need to cover the cost of my student loans, and I've been using my credit card to do that. All right, add to cart. All right, we've got 2 candles in the cart. 2 candles. Thank God I got free shipping on this, guys. It's only $130. It's only $130 for these 2 candles. Oh, boy. The order is processing. Okay. I think I just got a text from my bank. Let me approve this because they flagged it for fraud. Okay, we're good. Very affordable for the average Joe. Oh my God, I can't believe I just spent that. That's fucking stupid. I can't believe I just did that. I can't believe I just spent 130 on candles. This is so fucking stupid. Blair, you fucking... What are you, a fucking highway robber? Oh my God, I'm dying. Why use honey when you already have such low prices? I hope you guys like the streams. If you haven't subscribed or liked this stream, what are you doing and not doing those things? I stream regularly here on YouTube. Come on, you motherfuckers. Fucking do that while you're here. Don't cry. I want to cry. I'm a tight ass. I'm so broke I squeak when I walk, Madison. I'm never going to want to burn these candles. I'm a candle guy, right? I love candles. No, we spent that money on candles. It was a group effort. Don't hog all the glory. Charge back anyway. Oh my God. Target's price is 50 cents a candle. I tell you what, I'm going to talk to my business partner to figure out how much candles cost, and I'll see if I can meet the same type of candle that she meets with my business at a quarter of the price and still turn a profit, right? Because one of the things I said when I was starting my coffee company is I want to make my coffee cheaper than the quarterings, but better. So that's what I did, right? And now I'll do it with candles. Watch me do it with candles now, just to prove a fucking point to Illuminati, all right? I want an in-depth review. You got it, Slaw. You got it. 100%. You got it. New family $80 heirloom candles. But, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it, and I'll be like, fuck you. I fucking did it. Same quality, quarter of the price. All right? First we beat the quartering, and then we beat Blair. Sign me up. Anyone, I mean anyone whose sides left or right hasn't had their head checked. I finally found a furry video, but it's been privated on the Wayback Machine. Damn.
Buy man pot so Diesel can make stonks decisions.
That's right. Buy Mana Potion coffee. Just so you all know, if you like the art, I'm gonna be releasing posters, and even better than that, we're releasing posters, and the artist gets kickback, right? Because I don't want to shortchange the artist because we're selling their art. So we'll do a limited run of posters in this coming week. This week, follow me on Twitter. I will tell you when they are out. In case you don't like coffee, you want to buy posters. I am also going to test out decaf this week, so expect decaf soon. But if you want to buy coffee now, use code D10 at checkout, okay? And then you can get some coffee. But, yeah. You want me to send a Wayback Machine link anyway? Do you have a Discord? You can plug it into the drama chat. I mean, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, right? So, I mean, it's fine. It doesn't work. Right? My chest hurts from spending $130 on candles. Do members have the other code? I need to update it. I need to put it on there. Is D10 at checkout? But if you're a member, I'm going to send out a members-only post on this channel with the member code. And then T is after decaf, yes. But, yeah. So that's that. Here, I'll, let me send an invite for the server. Oh, Slaw becoming a gas station attendant now. What a based king. Use code D69. Those candles will double in profit. Hey, you profited $70, so it's not a total loss. I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh my god. Yeah, thank God the soap isn't out. I'd be a little afraid to put that on, you know. But dims the brakes, right? Yeah, I still haven't set up the AdSense account for this, so I haven't gotten a single payout for this channel. Naughty, just so you know, I'm stealing that joke. Okay, that was a really funny joke, and I really think it's great how you're going to light a candle in remembrance of Blair's career. So, I got that now. I got a collector's item. I wish I had an Illuminati plushie, right? The makeshift one that went out recently. That would have been so funny. That would have been so fucking funny. Now let's see if we actually get it. I don't even think this candle's going to come in the mail. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't think it's showing up. I don't think it's showing up. I don't think it's coming because that's just how it be. This is random, but did you ever watch Goose Boost? He's a YouTuber that covers horror, creepy content. He's also Hispanic like us, though he's Mexican. He's somebody I've reached out to before. I've watched him. He's made content on things that I had knowledge of, which is why I reached out. I have one. I can send it to you. I will send you my company. None of your damn business. Are you in the fucking Discord server? Because if you're not, you should get in there, and then I'll send you a P.O. box. If you want to get rid of it, I will take it. Okay? I need to set up a P.O. box, but I would gladly take it off your hands. Get the plushie and set it on fire and use the candles to light it. Anyway, Anyway, I got my Yankee Candle. I'll post it. Start a shrine. Start a shrine to Blair. I feel like I would want to keep it. You know what I mean? You should name one of your candles Purple Pyramid Head with the description. Please be assured that proceeds from these candles won't help fund. That's a little too on the nose, but I'm sure I could come up with something funny. But I think I'm gonna end it there. This has been a pretty fucking bananas stream, a little fucking crazy. So I want to thank you all for coming out and spending this evening with me. I've had a lot of fun. It's been very strange doing streaming on YouTube, but we've got a really cool community here, and I'm super grateful for that. And it's just really awesome. I hope if you enjoy this drama, you stick around for other streams that are about internet happenings, right? I'll cover some other people in the future. It'll be a lot of fun, so stick around. I want to make sure that these are entertaining, and I'm not running away from the camera and being like fucking chair react Andy, right? I want to be here. I want to be present. I want to make sure I'm put on a show. So if you enjoyed it, thank you for stopping by. I am going to kick back now, all right? But take care, everyone.